Hey! Yeah, you got... Hey, stream, hi!
What a start.
I'm
what
trying to,
a
like,
start.
egg these
We're
guys, like, can we go? We ready? Yep, and then at the last time, I'm like, ready, and they just, like, rolling dice, and like, wait, no, 1 second, wait 1 second, I'm like...
We are never actually ever ready. We are 100%. We have never once been like ready.
Herding cats.
It's
herding
genuinely.
ADHD cats.
I think
And I've got a sleeve of cats.
And then never been ready since.
Oh my god.
I've got a sleeve of cats.
Why does everybody think
Oh,
I have
hi,
ADHD?
You don't, but the rest of us do.
I haven't got it officially diagnosed, but I mean...
Hang on. Look at the Beanie Baby. Can you see the Beanie Baby? Or are there things in the way? Look at the Beanie Baby.
We haven't even said hi. Oh, here we are.
Hi, stream. We're the Stormy Dragon Tavern. How y'all doing today? We're here to play Dungeons and Dragons. Maybe eventually we're going to be continuing our campaign in the world of Afindra. I think I said that right.
Now look at the baby.
Oh.
Now look at the baby.
DM for tonight's session.
I am not the DM for tonight's session. I am only the person who runs the stream.
You
but I
realize
want to
that
see you DM.
I've been playing for a year, and it's the first time I heard what the world was called.
It's literally at the top of the screen.
It's
the
bottom of the map.
It's bottom of the map.
Wait, what's the world
We're
called?
playing
You mean the map we only see in like, I don't know,
Afindra.
Yeah, it is too.
When did we settle on the name of Afindra?
We did.
When I made the
It's always been the name of the world.
Yeah.
Wow, guys, hey, I guess we're all learning together here.
Random
What's your character's name again?
We're all in this
Typhoon.
together.
Just so you know, Odie, random people on the planet don't get to decide what the planet's called, okay?
Yes, they fucking
yes.
do. They decided Pluto wasn't a planet.
We absolutely can and do. I mean, how do you think we named this planet now?
We actually don't know who named this planet.
Did we? This tastes weird.
Well, we
It
have
tastes
some
weird.
ideas because it's had a few different names, such as
Yeah, but we
Terra,
don't know who actually gave the name.
But
of the planet.
nonetheless, humanity still named the planet we live on.
Yes. How do we know it was humanity?
Okay,
It could
but
be
who
one of
determines
the
you?
dinosaurs.
Aliens haven't
Humanity.
come back to tell us otherwise.
It was the dinosaurs. They're like, you know what? Terra sounds good.
Damn, that was
And they're
really
like,
loud.
yeah, Terra does sound good. No, I think you're just using your name, Terry.
Wow, Scuff is actually loud for me for like the first time ever. He's normally such a mumblesaurus. Alright, so recap. Guys, on track. We're only half an hour late.
First of all, welcome. We are the Stormy Dragon Tavern. We are playing Trials of the Xel'nari, which is a custom campaign set in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. As we're keeping with tradition, because poor Oddie was away last week, we
left him a great recap to read.
We will be forcing him to do the recap. So
You
every
have indeed
week,
set them.
as we play, we have on our Discord, we have a memes recap channel where we post up GIFs and photos that seem relevant to the situations happening at the time. Some poor sod then has to go through those GIFs and memes to attempt to recap what has happened for the session. It's normally wrong. Sometimes there's some accurate parts in there, but it's fucking hilarious. So without further ado,
I think.
Hold on, I'm reposting.
I think Alice is the only one who hasn't.
Oh.
It's one of
Mostly
those things.
because
Alice is
she
always
runs
here.
the stream, so it's hard
Yeah.
for her to not be here.
Yeah.
We'll just make her do it one time.
The great thing is
She can do it next week, because everyone's here this week. Except... Come on. Alright, Oddie. Let's get to it.
I don't wanna. You can't make me keep...
I mean, I can.
Hey, Oddie. Let's get this party started.
God, you guys are like raptors today. Oh.
That's because
Today.
I realized I could repost the stream in multiple other places. So I'm like, do the thing, hey guys, guess what? I'm doing a recap. Come and watch this because it's gonna be ridiculous. Anyway, where was I? Episode 54 was the
5. Oh,
what
no, that
is
was
that?
last week. Yep.
That was last week. So okay, all I see is how do I start? Last time on the Trials of the Xel'nari, we started with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, with that one character doing the dance. The Charlton. What's his name?
Carlton.
Carlton! Doing the dance. The cat was not approving and got very angry. And then there was suddenly the world's biggest fan of the cat doing also the dancey dance. And then someone apparently wants to borrow the fans for spelunking, aka put them up their ass. Got it. Poking as hard as I
Excuse
can.
me?
Yeah, here we go. It's all
I'm
coming.
sorry, do you
into
understand what spelunking
fruition.
is?
Well, it is
Spelunking
exploring a cave in one way or the other.
Exploring a cave in one way or another, and sometimes they're just
okay.
Exploring
to
cavities.
fit those fans up. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, so someone is. I've lost the page. I've lost the.
So you
plot.
could say,
well,
in regards to spelunking, you're a big fan.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
We're up to the poking.
Wait, what did you say? So someone was poking as hard as they can. Okay, if I'm trying to work out, do I just continue doing this decrepitness,
Yes.
or do I actually try and make some semblance of what's
Make some
actually
semblance.
going on?
Yeah, tell us a story,
Uh,
Odie. Tell us a story.
Well, overall, I'm thinking that the fans were something to do with basically getting the
You're
wind
wrong.
in the sails.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Good morning,
Well, it's
Pyro.
fine. Don't tell me if I'm right or wrong. I'm giving the recap here.
No, we're just gonna tell you, you're not gonna get the fans right. No
What do you
matter
mean? Odie is telling us the story. This is what happened. This
I'm
is the new
telling
canon.
you the story.
That's a lie. That's
This
not how
is
this
the
works.
canon now. You said it. This is the way exactly.
Audie, if
how
you
it
like,
was.
I can mute everyone else so you can get your story
No,
completed.
this is fine. I like the challenge. It says me crying and sweating. It's really warm. It's really warm. I'm poking as hard as I can poke. Part of me wants to go the dirty route because, of course. But I'm like, okay, the boat got stuck, so we got a giant stick and was trying to push it out of the way. And then it wasn't doing anything, so we kept prodding. And then Kalan probably farted because there was a really bad smell. Not Thalai, Kalan. That's what I'm going with. And then they go, oh, this is just okay. This there's so much. After the big bad smell, Kovac obviously was like, I'm getting my investigatoriness on. I'm going to investigate whoever smelt it, dealt it. And to which we all just started to get away as fast as we can. Yeah, fuck you. Wait, we're not actually going as fast as we think. And then suddenly it's, oh no, we are all getting eaten by the world. The fuck? Okay, and tell me your secrets. The book. Oh, obviously, this is going to be Kovac trying to talk to the fucking book and work out what the fuck is going on, and then it's just not responding. So it's just, yelling into the abyss. And maybe Alan is the real name. Soon your bones shall be reduced to dust, and then you will be. I'm ignoring that one. That one weirds me out. Live for science. Oh, you don't want to know about the chair. Oh, we don't talk about chair. Oh, no. With all our petty powers combined. I'm sorry, but you can't have the petty powers. I wasn't there.
Oh, self-burn.
I know my worth. Yeah, everything's already gone out of alignment. I can't do a straight story with this. We'll do a gay story instead. So then it's just magic. I'm awake and highly caffeinated. You've all got to deal with this. You're welcome.
Okay,
Then
in
we
your
met a
defense,
bird.
it is the AM hours for you first thing in the morning.
Yeah, 11 a.m. Yes, first thing. And then there was an owl. We were celebrating the magic. And more than likely, this is going to have something to do with Winifred? No, that's not her name. What's your owl
No.
called?
You tell me.
I can't. Okay, it's Winifred now. Because I can't remember anything.
Wisteria.
Wisteria. Yeah.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
close.
that is the
I was
name.
close. I got the first 2 letters correct.
Oh, it's going to be a long game.
I've only gone through the first, I don't even know how long, hour. So Wisteria basically went and grabbed something, but they had to ask for consent first because apparently it was weed or grass or something. To which Wisteria was
Crabgrass.
very upset.
Hi, crabgrass.
Oh, I know that, but I was working it in terms of the
Henry
game.
Crabgrass.
Yeah. So anyway, the Wisteria was not best pleased, but the rest of the party were like, "Fuck yeah, we're riding a dragon!" To which Wisteria decided that yeah, fuck this shit, I'm out, and decided to go in the hole. We obviously wanted the big furry one to win. When did Thalai get fur? Okay. And then apparently, when everyone was trying to work that out, there was an option of working out: shall we fuck around and find out, or find out and fuck around? And everything exploded suddenly. The emergency launch procedures, aka I'm gonna guess, Kovac cast fly on
Oh, I
someone. They
remember
weren't
this part.
expecting it, went whee!
Yeah. Me too.
And then more than likely that was cast on Storm, so she was able to fly up and punch something real quick with speed because it's small and it's cute, and punch must be Storm. And then everyone was just like, no, stop it. So that's probably the Sam's biting, I'm not gonna lie there. The pettiness. Stop trying to hit me and hit me. That's some weird monk shit. Moving on. We're still in the monk territory. Now we're back into owls. The owls are learning kung fu, ladies and gentlemen. Wisteria's got 1 level in monk now.
Wait, that's closer than you might believe.
That's it. That's the end of the
And
recap.
And that's it.
Yeah, we had a very vibey session last week.
Quite surprisingly, although there was a lot of L gifts in there, Wisteria was not involved at all.
Cool.
I
Well,
just
there you
wanted her
go.
to be involved, but she was just there for a good time.
Yeah.
So,
Not a long
And
time.
anyway, Mug makes a far better owl than Wisteria does.
Did you get polymorphed?
You should know, you did it.
also, the punch on or the punch off, the thing was Storm telling Kovac to punch her and teaching her how to throw a punch.
However, Kovac has a -2 strength. It is physically impossible for her to deal any damage with a punch.
Oh yes, and Oddy, those fans was nothing to do about the game itself. We were talking about how Ash's
Computer shit itself.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
the
happened.
Graphics card.
The graphics card just decided to basically
just
uninstall its
noped out.
graphics drivers. Before.
All right, now
I
the
specifically put one there to mess with you during the recap.
Now, if someone could tell me the actual...
Oh yes, because I think it's actually not caught up.
Mm-hmm.
So
We're in the mountains, yo.
So
Are we off the boat?
you're off the boat.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you remember getting to the Xel'nari camp where everyone had fled and there was a hole in the ground?
No.
The week before?
We got to... Oh, yeah! The hole! I forgot we weren't on the boat anymore.
Well, yeah. We noticed.
Yeah.
Hence the spelunking.
Oh. I got you. That's why we're poking it, and then turn you into owl, and then you go into a burrow owl. Okay. So I can't change up my spells. I'm assuming Ash has kept up with my spells.
you can change up your spells because we ended the session with a long rest.
Right, okay. So,
A
good, 'cause
couple,
apparently I've
actually.
taken damage as well and stuff. take
I
a
didn't-
long rest.
I didn't put any damage on you. I think you just haven't taken a long rest in a while.
Ooh, sorry. I don't think I've long rested in a while. Cool.
So,
I'm gonna change up my spells slightly.
you went down into the cave beneath the Xel'nari outpost, where everyone tried to do a bit of investigation. The CSI Xel'nari came out, where I'll actually take you over to the cave screen so you can get a quick look at it as well.
Don't need
Hang on,
control
I will have to
wall.
adjust this for the stream as well.
Yes.
There you go, stream.
Everyone was overly cautious, only to find out that the cave was actually abandoned. However, you were able to find some scrape marks that looked like some kind of cage or other large box-like object was dragged out of the cave. You also found a table off to the side that had been very haphazardly put together, seemingly just to create a writing surface, where you could see some scribblings embedded in the wood, but unfortunately not legible enough for you to work out any information from it. But it seems like someone or something had been down here for some period of time, and then removed something from it, was the deductions that you've come along so far. You then decided that the next best course of action was to head to Thalai's people, seeing as it looks as if the Xel'nari camp has been abandoned for some time, a few months at least. And so they would have normally had regular contact with Thalai's people, his clan up in the mountains, and you have decided to go make contact, which Thalai is not too thrilled
Fine.
about.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's not like I'm kind of breaking an unspoken tradition of returning to my homeland because we never do return to our homeland once we're with the Xel'nari. It's fine.
There's gonna be something. I'm just changing up my ability. I've got 8, 9, 10. I can take 3 more spells. Are we still? We're still
For the sake of the
in
chat,
the cave.
this is a Findra.
No,
This
so
is the world of a Findra.
so you're no longer in the cave. You have polymorphed into elves and traveled some distance because the way you saw it was faster to travel by air than try and climb up the mountainside.
Here.
How was I able to polymorph multiple people?
You were not the only one doing so.
Like, frick for that. My brother's finally pulling his weight.
Wow.
I believe at one stage we had 3 giant owls.
So
Yes.
this
Fly.
So
has
your
been
brother
our
is capable
path
of
so
becoming a giant owl himself, as he is a high enough level druid to polymorph into a flying creature.
Yeah, because he's boring and went with, standard vanilla druid. I'm edgy with extra. Shut up.
No, you're just a animal wearing rouge because you're also dyslexic. Rouge
I
rogue.
don't lick things.
I appreciate
fuck
you,
you,
Nick.
man.
I appreciate you, Nick.
I thought you were saying rouge because I'm a girl.
No, red. Or
Double
rogue.
entendre.
I'm not taking Revivify anymore. I can't anyway. Where are my diamonds? I need diamonds.
Oh my god. Audie,
This entire campaign I've had it. I've not been able to cast it.
just druid problems.
Just druid problems.
Just spellcaster
sweet.
problems. It's
Oh, man.
this is the fine paper and inks all over.
How
So
is
yes,
it
you have made your way
successful?
up into the mountainside.
All I'm going
You
to say
were.
is this is basically Sam at the moment.
Thalai has guided your path through the mountainside,
diamonds.
as
My
he is quite familiar with it. And with the clever use of a it was a Lehman's tiny hut spell, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Blocking off a cave entrance so that most of the cold air was not coming in, but also staying within the hut itself so that you can not have to endure the freezing temperatures up in the mountains. Although it is starting to warm up a little bit up in these mountains, it is pretty much snowing almost year round.
And the hut is climate controlled, so it's nice and comfy in there.
And so you'll be waking the next morning, having had a pretty decent rest.
So, unfortunately, as soon as we wake up, the dome disappears. So I feel like we're like in sleeping bags, being all like, vroom. Oh god, it's so cold.
So what you're saying is frostbite is our alarm clock.
Yeah. Except that Storm's already probably awake because she wakes up early. That's just part of her routine.
I can obviously create a little bit of fire to kind of just kind of keep warm. So not going to be very much, obviously, but produce flame, of course, kind of cantrips. A little something to assist when we need it.
Well, I think the concern was lights in the mountain attract creatures.
Yeah, it's not like it's not going to be a constant. It's like
It's also you've just woken up, so
Yeah.
So yeah, you have woken on the morning.
Speaking
It'd
of,
be just before sunrise, I'd say, is by the time you get up.
speaking of cantrips, once Kovac hastily pulls on her clothes and her big parka and her ushanka and her gloves and is all bundled up, she takes some time and reviews her spellbook's cantrip formulas and is going to, for the duration of the trip, swap out Ray of Frost for Firebolt. So there's this moment where she's reviewing her book, kind of has this ball of ice in her hand and just is muttering, and it turns from ice to fire. And she goes, very nice, and shoots it off out the cave mouth.
That was way too loud, but thank you.
well, it looks like we're eating this morning.
I just hit a random bird with a firebolt.
Yeah.
Who wants cooked chicken?
Oh god.
I'll get my breakfast of the usual pocket bacon, just to keep tide over.
And I assume Storm is going to attempt to scavenge up some food.
Correct. Would you like me to do
We
a
still have
survival
fox
roll?
left over.
If anyone would like to assist me, is that what I
We
need
still
to
have
do?
that box left over, don't we?
I
What?
can help with the survival roll.
I don't think the fox would have been enough to.
No, that
last.
I turned that into a
into the
stew
morning.
because that is all we could like get the most out of it. There would have been very little left over. Oh, were you assisting me, Artie?
Yes.
Okay, because I rolled a nat 1. Eh.
Are you...
Well, you get to re-roll because
I
oh,
mean,
anyway.
if I'm there anyway, then yeah, you get to. But,
Why
Sam
am
will
I
just be
rolling
like,
this
"Oh."
survival roll? You should be rolling the survival roll. It's too late.
No one ever said that my survival was better than your survival. My survival is a +4. Okay.
How mine's a +4? It's still only a
Mine's a
10.
5.
Is that with advantage?
Is that with re-rolling
The
the one because you
first-
can re-roll the one?
Oh, do I get a third roll then?
Yeah, because
Because
you re-roll
no,
the 1 because
halfling
you're with the
luck.
halfling.
Oh, okay. In that case, I can roll again because the re-roll of the 1, mind you, first roll of the game, a nat 1. Classic,
Yeah.
go me.
Great
alright.
start to the day.
Great start to the day. Oh, this was slightly better. It's a 12.
I helped.
You find up in the mountain it is quite hard to find food. You're more used to scavenging for berries or other nuts or anything like that, which just do not exist up in the mountains. There's very little to live off.
Oh, that felt good.
And without Thalai up there to guide you, it makes it a little bit harder.
Well, that's a good
I just
thing.
start divvying out my rations in my bag, going one.
That's good.
"Ooh."
I mean, I have rations.
mean-
I haven't used my rations because I've been hunting and gathering food every night.
There's a reason
Let's
I
look
have
around
19
and be
days
like-
worth of rations in my bag just in case.
How many days?
19.
Like,
At
if you
least
want,
There's 38 pounds worth of rations in my backpack. Yes.
Wow.
So if you want, tomorrow I can prepare like berries.
That would be very beneficial.
And that way,
Alright.
Thalai can go back to bench pressing his lunch.
What?
Alright, does anyone not have rations?
I'm fine, thank you.
I have pocket bake.
I'm
Storm.
just gonna give you a day's worth of rations, Oddy.
I don't
Storm
think I've ever paid attention to rations.
probably comes back
We haven't really had
miserably. Is there snow where we are currently, or is it just cold?
No, it's got snow.
Yeah,
You
she's
missed
got a fistful of snow, and she's probably just licking it at this point.
It's not
She
yellow.
got distracted. Okay.
Mug, do you need rations?
It's mountains, so I don't
I
need
have-
food.
Why have I never tried this before? It's kind of refreshing.
Yes, it's nice.
You don't lick snow.
Press the digitation.
You don't
It's cherry flavored.
don't eat snow.
Storm just looks at you like, this is like my fourth bowl. I've already done it.
Animals relieve themselves wherever. You gather snow that maybe animal had relieved themselves in.
Mug
Congratulations.
not see any animal.
Not at this part, but depending where Storm was trying to look for food.
It hasn't killed me yet. Didn't
On
taste
top,
bad.
It's same of drinking water from stagnant pool. Bad idea.
Hmm.
Shrugs, goes back to licking Snowball.
Now cherry flavored snowball.
Delighted.
So, Oddy, you have a ration. I've given you your ration. I'm eating my rations.
I have my own.
Yep.
But
And I
no,
believe the
Storm will
plan
have
was
to
to-
go through 1 day of rations for this.
I believe the plan was also to recreate last night's flight plans.
Yes, we can change it to giant eagles now though because it is more daytimey. So it was Samuel casts polymorph, and then wild shapes into an eagle.
Which, remember, he can do that twice. Polymorph.
Yeah. Yes.
And I can polymorph. I probably would polymorph Thalai
Yeah. So
if I'm gonna
We can-
basically target the biggest people, so then the smaller people have an easier time. If that makes sense.
well,
That-
I've been sober. It's my foot.
I
I've been
believe
sober.
Thalai and Mug
I
were the
was-
ones changed into
Yes.
owls
Yes.
because we're the
They're the
biggins.
heaviest. Yes.
Oh, so you had that thought last time as well. Good.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Oh, there's one thing that we forgot to say in the wrap up that's really kind of important.
Mm-hmm.
Thog went home.
Oh yeah, I know
Thug-
that.
Yes.
He did.
Fuck
Thug
my
is
hell.
not with the party.
Yeah.
So
That happened.
was that
near the end
the-
of-
that was the week
That
before.
was the session
It
before.
was? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was last week.
And
It was before you
as
got
soon
to
as
the
we're
cave.
off, yeah, he said it was time for him to go because he's an old
Oh, yeah,
boy.
because we were discussing about his gauntlets. Yep.
Sad. Who has those?
We haven't decided yet.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Maybe now would be a good time to decide.
Give them to me. Grab your hand.
They are too big for you.
In theory, could Storm use them?
I can put them on my legs.
No, he specifically offered it to the two biggins because
The two
they're the
biggins.
only two that are capable of using them without them being
Noted.
redesigned. He did mention
Yeah.
that.
And they gave you flaming punch hands, didn't they?
Yes.
They also,
Flaming
I
Fists of Fury.
think
I
it's not just punching. It imbues your hands or a weapon.
Correct.
With, yeah.
They're quite nice.
So who's gonna get it?
Ow.
Sorry. I was having a brain fart, so I verbalized it without thinking. Not bad.
We call that a mouth fart.
Oh no. Iron gave Ash a DM reroll.
Yep, I'm
Oh,
adding it to the list.
yes.
Just so you know, it doesn't work. The chatbot doesn't work right now.
Yeah, don't know why.
I need to remake the chatbot because the chatbot at the moment is a little bit inconvenient.
Well, how about Mug holds on to the gauntlets for the moment, and if we need it for an upcoming fight, then Thalai can use them. Actually, do we need to attune to the...
Yes, they do require attunement.
Okay. But that's short rest.
It could also have been done during this long rest.
Yeah.
Well,
You know what?
I can also
I can
imbue
fix the
my
chat.
weapons with fire for a small while as well, so I'm happy either way, Mug. If you really want them, I'm happy to let you have them.
Yeah. Mug wants something to remember Thog.
Oh, then, yeah.
This way, when people look at Mug Fist, they get confused and call out wrong name. Zoe's face. That was not Kovac, that was pure Zoe.
We've all made the mistake!
I haven't.
Not all of us.
I haven't.
haven't.
And I haven't, thank you very fucking much.
Okay. I'm a terrible person. Move on.
Yes.
We're all terrible people, Zoe.
That's
That's why
alright.
we're friends.
Subtle got like 6 different names throughout his adventures, so...
Yeah, you mean Swift.
Dick Munch, more like.
No, I mean Subtle. You
Yes,
will
that's me logging in, guys. Don't fret. I'm fixing the bot. I've been procrastinating
nice.
on fixing this for like months. I'm fixing it.
Yeah.
So it works.
So, polymorphing up. I assume you're
Mhm.
ready to move out straight away?
Yes,
Good,
let's.
start on the day.
We should be able to get a grand total of 3 hours of 3 eagles between us, with a short rest after the 2-hour mark.
I was going to say, so doesn't Sam only stay in polymorph for 2 hours?
4.
I
But,
always
yeah.
forget when it comes to that because he's got a
Can
different
do it.
version.
Can do it twice, but 4 hours each.
Yes. So,
And my
so
polymorph is a concentration
1
up
hour.
to 1 hour.
Yes. So it's Samuel does the first one, then wild shapes. We fly for an hour.
We can't
I
all get
do-
onto 1 hour.
No. Okay. So
3 hours.
Samuel casts. Samuel casts polymorph on one person, and then he himself wild shapes into a giant eagle. I cast polymorph on
different person.
somebody else. Then we fly for an hour. Samuel's time on polymorph runs out for that first hour. Then Samantha casts polymorph a second time, as do I. Then we take a short rest where Samuel drops wild shape, and I use my arcane recovery to regain a 4th level slot. Then he casts it a second time, wild shapes again. I cast it a third time,
Yeah.
and we get to a 3rd hour of flight.
I'm with you.
And also,
Yes.
because we're not clambering and climbing up a mountain, each hour effectively does about a day's worth of travel.
Yeah.
So we're getting about 3 days worth of travel in like a morning.
Yeah. So you are covering a great distance in a very short period of time.
Yeah.
It-
So I did cast it. I have got enhance ability if need be, but I can't do polymorph and enhance at the same time. So
All good. So yes, that's the plan. Enact the
Do I
plan.
have- yeah, I have also got elevated sight. I like that spell too much, so I can obviously cast it while I'm on top of someone flying, and kind of get a good area, and then I can mentally tell if something's happening. I think it moves with me. It's only like 10 minutes, but it's an idea should we come into a weird area.
Oh yes, and Samantha, you would have been warned to keep an eye out for things such as wyverns and rocks.
Bot has
And
been
there's the-
fixed.
And there are species of eagles with wings that are like iron very, very hard, very durable, and they're very territorial.
Mhm.
So
Also,
it's 3 different
Board
flying
has not
beasts.
been properly updated. I
Yes.
apologize.
So the
Also,
skies are not necessarily safe.
Also, apparently, if we see, apparently there are flippin' mammoths up here, and I want to see that, like in person. So
You will
if
definitely come across mammoths on your
Now it's probably updated.
flight this morning.
I wonder if Sam's gonna learn how to turn into one of those if he can.
Well, that's a
Well-
good question. What level are a mammoth?
It's one of those things. That's how
Eh,
I like to learn wild shape if I can, like
Yes.
investigatoring new creatures. But I could not turn into a mammoth. I definitely couldn't.
no, however, if you have,
No, he cannot. They are challenge rating 6.
but
Ooh.
we can polymorph somebody into a mammoth if they're in danger and just turn them into a sack of hit points.
Yes.
What? When you polymorph, you take the mental stats of.
You do,
Hmm.
but
But not
It-
if you wild shape.
yes, but if you're in a fight and you're being attacked and then you become a mammoth, you'll just be all like, "I'm under attack," and just go crazy. So I think it'll work.
Except if it's fire. Because mammoths were terrified of fire. It's one of the only ways us as humanity could actually hunt and kill mammoths. was with fire.
I don't like the idea if Mug transforms into a mammoth, can he kind of trumpet angrily at people and mock them viciously? You said what about my mother?
Unfortunately, you don't have innate spellcasting, but it would be hilarious.
I could still read their thoughts though.
You could, yes.
Mm.
You just are a mammoth and won't be able to understand them.
Yeah.
But they're so big and so strong. Like,
Yeah, they have an intelligence of 3. Just to put that
oh
out.
no.
But oh, so dumb.
Oh no,
Anyway.
and your charisma's 6. That's not
Oh.
good for you, Mug.
Yeah, that puts me at the par with some of the party.
Hey, they're as charismatic as I am. Anyway,
Oh,
Eagle
damn.
time.
He was
We
not
will
wrong.
fly.
Yes, so you take flight. It's midway through your second hour that you would see a herd of mammoth down in one of the valleys in between 2 of the mountain ranges. It's a fairly large pod by mammoth standards, with 6 adults and 2 juveniles, all traversing together. So you could, if you wish, spend some time to fly around and have a look at them, and get a closer inspection.
I'm one of the
Um,
juveniles.
Storm's passive perception is enough to keep an eye out and see roosts or wyverns well ahead of time, to avoid and circumnavigate around them, which does slow you down a little bit, but not all that much great in the grand scheme of things. All in all, you're able to cover a huge amount of ground and make some significant headway by the time your third hour is up, making it nearly to the middle of the mountain ranges.
Oh, it's only 1 minute. Never mind.
Heck
Which, Thalai, you're quite surprised to make this kind of distance. You're used to weeks of travel over the mountain ranges. Maybe a new perspective on your ability to fly.
Nope.
But you know,
No.
but you know that you are about an hour's trek from one likely location from your clan.
That was fast.
As the
So-
eagle flies.
Eagles.
So we've landed and it's at the end of 3 hours, yeah?
Correct.
Cool. I'm gonna mark off the spells.
Thalai, what is the name of your village?
We're.
Or is it just the name of your tribe?
Oh, I was gonna say, like, there isn't really official name, and like, I guess a camp that's about an hour's trek away could be called Xel'nari camp. It's the closest to the outpost. But we've never really given them names as such. We always follow the same route, the same path, so we always know where we're going, so we don't need to communicate much. But we are the Thuliaga clan.
Thuliaga.
Balenciaga. Sorry.
Thuliaga.
Thuliaga.
Just seemed you're having a bit of trouble there. So.
No.
Is that one or two U's?
It is...
One with an umlaut. It's metal.
1G. 1G according to the Xel'nari paperwork.
U's. One or two U's.
How many U's? 1G. There's 1,000 of them.
1U, sorry. Sorry, Zoe.
That's such a Thalai answer, though.
What would you like for breakfast? Nice weather. What?
Sorry, did you say use?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm sorry, 1U. According to the Xel'nari paperwork.
Okay.
We don't really write it down.
Well, I am now.
God. Oh, what?
Don't do that noise. Just don't do that.
Why not?
Don't do that. Just don't do that.
It's fine.
Just don't.
I can make a different noise if you want.
But
Puts the.
oh yeah.
Testing.
Mug, because we had that short rest, you should have been able to attune to those gauntlets.
Alright.
I've been experimenting. Did we manage to find any other animals?
On your flight, you would have seen a few from the sky, especially with your eagle vision, but not necessarily stop to make hunt or anything if you wanted to make the time.
Anyone find animal? Let Mug know. Mug
to
want
what
try
end?
cook.
Having said that, you actually Storm is probably the first to hear it as usual, but hear the sound of it can only be described as an elephant-like sound, but almost as if it's calling out through the mountain. You then hear that sound repeated back a few seconds later, coming from. So the first one comes from the north of you, and this one comes from the east. Thalai, you immediately recognize this as a hunting method, a form of like echolocation that your clan uses. That means that there is a hunting party somewhere nearby, and they are using this trumpet sounds to circle in on whatever their prey is.
They're
the
hunting
elephants are
giant
in the
eagles.
forest. They're hunting.
They saw a couple of giant eagles land and went, "Oh, we want lunch."
I mean, when 3 giant eagles start flying, I mean, it makes sense.
So we just hear that. So we're on the ground now?
Yes, you are on the ground
Okay,
now.
okay.
This is after our short rest, I'm assuming.
No, this is after our third flight. So we've had 2 flights, then the short rest, and then the third flight.
Because I can only cast a spell once.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I've done my 4th level spell for the day.
And Sam has used both of those.
Okay. Storm has not informed you guys of this possibility, and I need to check how long I can stay in the
Well,
compass for. But she can bring you guys into the compass, and we could use less spell slots. She hasn't mentioned this though, because no one's asked her.
Fair point. It's a very fair point.
I'm sorry?
Why would we even think about this necessarily? I mean, I think we've spoken about.
I'm not sure who is more frustrated at the moment, Zoe or Kovac.
Use up all my spells!
No one consulted Storm on any of these plans.
Anyway,
I've-
It's okay.
There's hunting party nearby. If we don't want to spoil their hunt, perhaps we should be a bit quieter.
Is that what that sound was?
Duh.
That was
Oh.
trumpeting. If you had a horn, could you communicate something to them? And I pull forth my horn.
Will I also have my horn? And
War.
Would that be considered a bad move, considering we might not want them to know that we are here
not-
yet?
I might not do it here because I don't want to disrupt with their hunts. But if we go that way, and I'm going to point towards where there's like a rough path. There's a camp about an I'd say maybe hour and a half, maybe 2 hour trek. Looking at some of us.
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, it's more the fact that hiking in the mountains is very different from taking a stroll in a city.
Oh, yeah, you know, the whole difficult terrain and that shit.
Duh, that's what I'm talking
The
Almost-
last time we in mountain jump off cliff, not want repeat.
No, no,
I
no jumping.
I-
off.
Why are you
This
talking
is
like... Oh, yeah, my brother's...
I have Featherfall
Oh, you missed that conversation as well.
set to go.
Yeah, I wasn't... I was like, why is Mug
You-
talking
you
like
would've-
that?
You would have been there. We had a whole discussion about how we're going to like fit into like Goliath culture,
Oh yeah,
and that's why
Oh,
we were
but-
trying to get Kovac to learn how to punch a bitch. Because yes, you
Oh,
can do
no.
magic and that's all fancy, but
Oh, yeah,
sometimes you just got to
because,
punch a bitch.
So I'm going to turn into a giant ape and punch him.
Well,
Yeah.
Samantha may take objections to the fact that Thalai admitted that his society leaves behind the wounded, the sick, and the elderly that can't keep up to die. And
Samantha would have probably just immediately thought of all the various types of animals that do that. Would have then thought about wolves and then was like, no, they do the complete opposite of that. Y'all are nasty.
So
And
Mug
how about
decided,
like you can say what you want, but if you don't have the strength to back up what you say, well, prepare to have a bad time.
This Samantha's probably been quite.
And on top of all that, because
dumb.
we're Xel'nari members, you're probably going to be exempt from a lot of the conditions. Just treat people nicely and don't help people unless they specifically ask for help, because that's very rude.
I'll
Those
just
are
not
the three-
interact then.
Those are the three
so
major things.
Mug's interpretation was treat the Goliaths like they're orcs. So he's going back to like speaking like an orc so that they will kind of underestimate him and see him as like a strong person, not a talky person.
Yeah, I'll just remain small. Can't really do much else about that.
But I will lead them. I will lead them to that trail.
Okay.
If we don't want them to be thrown off by our tracks, I will pop out a pass without a trace.
Oh, they will probably notice us sooner or later, if they haven't.
Yeah, but it's
I-
just
I
making sure it's
wouldn't-
not us they're hunting. I don't know.
They wouldn't. We're not cannibals.
No, but we were eagles.
They would
Yes, but we're now walking on humanoid
Yes.
feet.
they would
And would that
see
convince? I don't know what their knowledge
They
of
will be
magic
fine.
is.
They
They
As
would
you,
will
uh,
be
see
fine.
As you were standing there talking, you hear another call back of the horns. They actually seem to be coming closer to your location.
Sorry, Kovac, you were saying?
they would see 3 sets of eagle prints, then 3 sets of people prints, then 6 sets of people prints.
Kovac, let's move. They might be driving something this way, and if it's something vicious, we don't want to be in them.
Right.
Can Storm try and look in the direction of the horn and like basically perception check to see if she can see any signs of them or if they might be hunting something?
There is a horn that's coming from the north and one to the east.
Okay.
And
Can I
both horns sound like they're converging on us?
Yes.
Hmm.
Can I
That
do a
is not a
perception
sheep.
or not?
Yes, you can.
Fortunately, freedom of movement, which I was taking, only cuts. Only going to cast it on one person.
That was a 13.
Also,
Ira's response there.
Ira
Passing
has
of-
discovered
described.
Nomicide and was very confused what Nomicide was.
Oh no, no,
It-
Ira, no.
kinda what it says on the tin. Which
Oh, mine's not a sheep. Ayo. I
Also,
know who you are.
welcome in.
Welcome,
Yeah,
Michael.
I am
Um,
leading them.
yes, so
Kit
you,
has
you
been
have a look
summoned.
out.
Kit has been summoned.
Oh my god. As soon as gnomes are mentioned, Kit just magically appears.
Every time.
Every time.
I reckon they have an alarm that goes off whenever they hit no.
No,
And
I
they
think they're
are.
just there waiting
Yes,
in the
shadows.
wings every time. Even if the stream's not running, they are waiting.
Yeah.
It is indeed a summoning spell. Wait, if you want me to cast Pass Without a Trace, I can cast Pass Without a Trace. If we're just doing what we're doing, then we'll go for it.
We'll be fine. They shouldn't be hunting us.
Okay?
What if they are?
Why would they?
if they hunt us,
You know
we hunt back.
I will take Thalai at his word. This is his people. This is his area. He knows more about this than us. We're just cautious.
Okay.
I will.
My people
Yeah.
are xenophobic.
Oh, goody!
They aren't.
It's a nice change.
Oh, armed. Sorry.
Nice
Sorry.
Okay.
Uh,
on.
even though I
Corvax
rolled
will get
terribly
a-
and I'm not doing very well, Storm is still trying to keep an eye out.
What's happening, Mug?
You get a little telepathic message in your head going, maybe that wonderful bird of yours can have a little look around and see if they are leading some nasty creature this way.
Good point. Might that tip them off?
So, out of the middle of nowhere, you just say out loud, might that tip them off?
Yes.
What worst happened? They eat bird?
I'd like to see them try. I conjure wisteria
I
on-
can just
on my arm.
cast Elevated Sight.
Mine is for free.
And also, Kovac can still walk around. Wisteria scouting part.
Actually,
I
because
can as well, technically.
because the terrain's so terrible, I'm going to walk up behind Thalai and basically climb up his back with my boots. Of
Spider climb.
of spider climbing and just
Kovac?
hang onto your back and go, I'm scouting. And go,
I'm a backpack now.
Okay.
You
Am
went
I-
Yo's
I will-
mode. You are now the backpack.
I will get you to make me a d20 roll, please.
okay.
Because that is not the way the boots are designed to work.
I can just ride someone on.
There are- there are
an
surf-
11.
There are
Okay.
On the
surfaces
dice.
and there are
It-
people.
It does get a little bit like you can feel it not gripping properly as it normally would, but it is enough that you are able to walk up his back.
And then
I just go, whatever. I'm
I
just
s-
ignoring it.
yep.
This
I
is the
send-
weirdest thing the party's done.
I just
to
see,
me.
I just see Kovac being like completely flat out this way, and just the lie, just like.
I do that, then I kind of squat down and hang on to his like the back of his armor, and then yeah, I'll send forth Wisteria and I'll see what I can see
Wow.
above us.
Are you reading the chat?
For those who don't know, in our Discord, we've got a meme recap of what's happening today. So if we're suddenly just giggling with no
Okay.
context, we're probably looking something there.
You're actually welcome to join in. So that's our Discord server. We have two meme.
Yes.
Well, I have a few meme channels, but the one we're specifically talking about is we have the memes recaps, which is gifs from relevant to today's session. Feel free to post stuff. Keep it relevant though, and we'll use it in our recap for the beginning of the next session. You're welcome to be a part of it. All you have to do is
applaud
join
you
the
to be,
service.
because otherwise it's us just being ADHD little gremlins.
Yes. But yes, feel free to join in. We really love it when everyone else gets involved too. So just, keep it reasonable. Keep it relevant.
Oddie, that one is mesmerizing.
You're
I
welcome.
just keep watching it.
It's
dog.
just the goodest of.
Floof.
I tried to find one of a human doing that sort of thing, like a human backpack, but that's what I came up. I was like, nah, this is the good one.
What does Wisteria show me, if anything?
So, Wisteria flies up into the air. I assume you're looking through her.
Yes.
And you see, indeed, two small hunting parties. It seems to be 3-man teams. They are indeed closing on your location. You do not see anything that they are tracking at the moment. So it looks like they may be moving over to your location. It is quite possible that,
Okay.
yes, they did in fact see 3 giant eagles land and think, dinner.
Okay, I will drop out of Wisteria's sight and say, they're here for us. There's no...
We fight, we talk, we run.
And I
Thalai
will,
talks.
I will pull out my horn and do the exact same note that the hunting parties do to relay location to one another.
Okay. There is
Does
a
it sound like
moment. The moment you said, "Does it sound like this?" I knew exactly what you were playing. There is a moment of silence where you imagine there is a certain level of confusion as a third horn has entered the fray. But you do
Third
hear a
horn has
callback.
entered the fray.
You hear a callback. This one is not the echolocation style. It is more of a call out of identify. Which, you know that your clan uses a number of different horn signals to be able to communicate over long distances.
I'll do the appropriate response of one of the clan coming home.
You get a response from the Eastern group saying basically hold. You imagine that they will probably be coming to you.
Yep. We're gonna wait here. It seems like they want to give us welcome.
About 5 minutes pass before the first 3 make their way over the hill to the east. As they start making their way down, you can see that they have spears on hand that were lowered by their side, but as they start making their way closer, you notice them raising up the spears a bit. They're still out of earshot at this point, but raising up their spears and walking a little bit more cautiously. Another minute passes as they start making their way closer, and you see the 3 from the north come over the hill, and these 2 repeat the same action, suddenly having their spears ready.
We've been told to show strength. Should we reciprocate?
I will speak out in Giant. Plan Giant going.
V505.
No.
I'm the Englishman! Run!
I am Thalai, son of. Where is it? Sorry, son of Lalu and Vordath, here on business on behalf of the Xel'nari.
There is again a moment's pause where they stop and there is like the registering of what you have called out. And then they advance again. The spears get lowered, however. As they make their way forward, the eastern pack seems to be made up of 2 males and a female, and the northern pack are all 3 male. All roughly the same body size as Thalai, give or take an inch or two. So all quite big. One steps forward, speaking in giant, not in common, looking over you all, and goes, "Identify all."
Kovic, Mug, Samantha, Samuel, Storm,
Me.
all of Xel'nari.
I don't know if we can understand what he's saying.
I
This
heard
is
my
a giant.
name. Oh,
Do you
you
speak
say?
giant?
Do you say my? No, when you say someone's name, you say their name. Your name
No,
doesn't suddenly
Storm-
become a different name and like.
No, but storm is a noun.
Yeah.
So there would be a
True.
giant
Okay.
word for
Okay.
storm.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
So
So
yours
Storm's
is
probably
probably
like,
the only
"Well,
one
I-
that.
Yeah.
I am only one
Well,
to get
well,
excluded.
No.
Also, 2 of us are not Xel'nari.
And that would be a word for mug in giant.
Well, no, I would use the common version because there's their names. They are the
Mm.
common
Yeah.
versions of Mug and Storm, not
Mm.
Orcish Mug and Giant Storm.
Hmm.
Well,
Jesus, that would be terrifying.
if the shoe fits.
There's a quick murmur amongst the 3 as they seem to be discussing something. Then the one who stepped forward to speak, looked out to you again. And goes, "You will come. Speak with leader."
Who is leader? Is it still and I'll name the who was leader when I was still here.
Again, another look of confusion. And goes, "No, Morian." You will come.
Yes, we will come.
There's a nod, and they just basically about face and start walking. They don't really take into consideration your own walking speeds, and start
Bastards.
marching ahead. The other group, however, falls in behind you. Still a few paces back, but falls in behind you to kind of make sure that you are following. You notice, Thalai, this is odd behavior for the clan. It's not exactly welcoming, which they normally are quite welcoming, especially to Xel'nari.
I'm keeping it hidden. I'm not showing obvious concern, though.
This is typically the way your clan would greet dwarves.
Yeah,
Oh.
but you folks, I won't be saying anything, but the party would know that I have stiffened slightly, like getting ready for a fight.
Storm would absolutely have noticed that.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's no way she
I'm
would.
not. I'm not saying anything, but like
Mm.
the light doesn't look like you would expect someone coming.
I'm going to. I will exert myself to match Thalai's pace for a few moments and just say, "They do speak common, yes. This is a choice on their part."
Some do, some don't. I'm not sure about these people.
Once we arrive, would the use of a spell that has no visible effect be seen as a threat? I am wary of that.
I don't know. Something's strange.
Hmm.
I'm not. I mean, I'm not really surprised. More in charge, but I was hoping his father would still be alive.
Oh, then I will do as Mug is doing and keep my skills close to the chest for now.
That'd be good.
I'll just instruct Wisteria to just hold position above me, and not have her come back or land or anything.
They lead you for around about an hour and a half, mostly in a northeasterly direction, before you come over a hill to see a campsite of makeshift huts and tents. There is no perimeter wall or anything like that. There are the occasional torch sticks where clearly that you would light them up for kind of a perimeter of sorts. At nighttime, to keep back creatures that are a bit more afraid of fire, such as the mammoths. It is definitely designed in a very close-knit cultural fashion. There is a central fire pit, which even at this hour is ablaze, and you can see clear areas designated for practice of hunting and fighting, and an area that has been set aside as an almost like a storage pit of sorts. It's a hut with a number of furs and hides being tanned out the front. And even from here, you can see that there is a storage of meats and other foods within.
Ash,
Mhm.
would this be the campsite where our clan did petitions before sending someone to the Xel'nari?
Yes, being the closest one to the Xel'nari, this is that
Yeah.
side. So
When
you can see that there are, apart from the obvious training fields, there is a path off to one side that does go up higher a little bit, into the mountain a little bit, and you can already see there is almost a Stonehenge-like construction there. It's not complicated or an advanced design. There's no carvings or anything upon it, but clearly a man-made construction that forms a ring.
I do look a bit wistfully there as we're, but then turn and focus.
Ash,
Mhm.
what is the, as we're approaching, what is the loadout of the giants? Is it like
Giants.
spears? Giants.
Ben's
Goliath.
fighting words around
Ben's
here.
fighting words.
Goliaths. What is
Um,
it, the like gear loadout in terms of weapons and armor?
Armor-wise, very little. It seems to be leathers at best. You do see the occasional one that does have a little bit more, like a plate or two. But you imagine at this height and temperature, having plate mail is probably not the greatest of things. And so is not used very much. Most of their weapons seem to be fairly primitive in the forms of javelin spears and stone-made mauls. Seem to be fairly common, very much like Thalai's.
Okay, so they do have some ranged ability. That's good to know.
You could see a number of composite style bows as well, very large bows, mixed amongst them, but all of them are armed. Every single one of them has some form of weapon or tool upon them at all times.
Okay.
But you can see from two that are currently in the training ring, they are just as capable with their fists as they are with weapons.
We are in danger.
No, you are in danger.
Remember, sometimes you just have to punch someone. However, having seen what you've been doing, you're in danger. Sorry, seeing how you punch someone, you're in danger.
As you start approaching the camp, being led by the three, there is obvious stoppage of clan activity and daily activity as people stop and stare at you coming through, and there is small murmurs amongst them. Some of the younger ones look a little confused seeing you move through.
Do you
mind if I do a insight, kind of like a general vibe
Mhm.
of
Vibe check.
yeah,
Vibe
we
check.
know, yeah, we've been kind of told not to expect like the greatest of welcomes or the happiest, but is this feeling like it's off? That
I
makes
assume
sense.
you're doing the same,
Oh
Thalai?
wow.
I'm also doing the same if that's okay.
Yeah, go for it, Roll.
Because
Well,
that's
that's
just
not.
Storm's thing. Ooh. Where's my character?
I mean, I rolled not the worst I could roll, the second worst. So I got a 10 overall.
Okay.
Rolling a 3.
This is a foreign clan to you, so you're not really sure how they would react. You know that Thalai has definitely mentioned that the Xel'nari normally are quite welcome. Thalai, on the other hand, you don't need to roll for it. You know something's up. Normally, they would come over and welcome and greet, especially a Xel'nari member, and kind of hold them in some level of reverence. So this is very strange to you that they're just kind of standing back and, or not hostile, but
Cautious.
cautious. Yeah.
I rolled a 26.
You get the feeling that something's off, but you're not familiar with how.
I don't know
these
what it
people would
is, but
interact.
something's not
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got that bad
I-
feeling.
I would say, Storm, you would
I was gonna say,
notice Thalai is actually a bit worried.
okay.
Mm.
Storm
He's keeping
does
it hidden, but he is worried.
Storm does come from a tribal like home as well. So she's probably comparing this place to her own home. In the way that the people interact, the like tenseness, it to her it feels like when there was uncertainty among the monks about what was going on when they had a changeover of the Whisperer. So that's what I'm gonna say is like that's what Storm's vibe is. Would I be?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair
Yeah,
enough to shoot.
a level of yeah.
Sam's currently wondering if talking into one of their heads to mess about would be a good or a bad idea.
Oh,
But with my 10, they're foreign. I don't know. It could be funny.
Um,
I mean, what could be worse than like gaslighting strangers?
the leader of the hunting pack turns to you again as you stop out the front of the large fire, and just simply says, "Wait," before stepping inside the largest of the tents here.
Was that in common or giant? Just me
In
double
giant.
checking.
I'll just say we're waiting. I would like to
Okay.
look out though,
Mhm.
and see if I can see my mother.
Roll me a perception.
That is a 17.
As you look out across the group, you do not see her present.
I totally forgot I had blind sight.
Yes, you don't have to hold
Ah.
your hand up. It's not class.
Teacher.
Since we no longer have like are people, is there someone nearby actively like watching what we're doing?
Yes, there are people all around you.
Okay.
And the hunting party are still kind of either side of you.
I'm going to.
If you want to be invisible, just let Mug know.
No, I'm gonna pick up my spell book. I'm gonna flip through it. I'm going to begin muttering some arcane words and moving my hand in certain ways over the page and see if anyone's doing anything. I'm not necessarily casting, I'm just like seeing if anyone is like, don't you do it!
Evil words.
You're faking, but to get the reaction. You're
Hmm.
provoking.
Roll me a deception, actually.
Okay, this is gonna end.
Also,
Poorly.
Kalan, what was the name of your tribe again? The Thulgata?
Thiliaga.
Thiliaga.
That is an 11.
Okay. Three of the hunting pack kind of. You see them as if moving to raise their spears, and then one of them puts their hand out like, "Nah, don't worry about it." And they kind of give you a look of Thalai where it's kind of a look of like, really? You're gonna go that way?
You're hanging around with a reader.
It's not breeders, it's readers.
You're
Uh,
hanging around with a nerd. We're the jocks.
If they were told to like stay, I will go through with it, and I'm going to cast comprehend languages, but fast.
I will say that I will say to the Goliaths watching, give me that look. I just go. She doesn't like being ignorant. She is casting magic to understand our tongue.
There is a certain level of nod of like acceptance.
I just cast fire.
Once I am done with that, I'm going to communicate up to Wisteria, who is still flying above us, to land on the tent that we're waiting outside of and listen.
As she is coming down, the hunt pack leader steps outside and just pulls back the curtain and just enter. He waits.
All of us.
Hmm.
Let's go.
Uh,
Morian wishes to speak with us.
whoever is
Ooh.
sitting or standing the closest to Storm, she'll just lean over and whisper to them and go, "Something is very not okay here."
Yeah.
Indeed.
I'm going. I'm walking.
I will
Um,
too.
As you step inside, there is a nice warmth in here. The tent is laid with an extra layer inside of furs and hides that have been kind of lined along the wall of the tent, adding an extra thickness to it and keeping the warmth inside. A small fire does burn within. There are two Goliath females over to the side, seemingly preparing a meal. And in a rather opulent fashion, there is the single largest Goliath you've ever seen, sitting upon a makeshift throne of sorts.
Large as in tall or large as in fat?
Our largest in tall. He is
Okay,
about 8'6".
Yeah.
He is
Oh, damn.
quite
It's also
literally
only
a
the
walking
third
giant.
Goliath that Mug has ever seen.
You actually no, you have spent some time in Tanzania. You would have definitely seen Goliaths there.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yep.
No, that makes sense. Yep.
But yeah,
I don't know about
this guy is
Samantha.
huge. This guy is massive.
Probably.
Remember, I'm 7'10", and you all think I was massive.
Mm.
What did you say he
Um,
was? 8'6".
Yeah,
No,
he's
we
huge.
just no.
I just wanted to double check some information which we may or may not have been told. It's just more for my brain. Did you tell us if it's like more of a patriarchal or matriarchal society at all?
I said it was a strength-based society.
Got it.
So
Anyone can be leader, whoever proves themselves as the strongest.
Oh boy, Samantha's got an eye. No,
man.
it's not gonna
Just
happen.
because you might be able to topple leadership doesn't mean you'll be able to keep leadership.
If you want to
Oh, no, do it once. Do it once,
the
run
MIA.
away like any good
The-
leader.
The most relevant representation right now would be Mandalorians. There's multiple clans. They all respect the same kind of hierarchy. Each one has their own different traditions and such.
I don't
but
watch The Mandalorian.
fair enough.
But for the
That
people
is
at
not
home,
the way.
This is the way.
Do it. No, I'm not going to go into that meme. No.
He's also a lot darker skinned than Thalai or most of the other Goliaths you've seen. His runic tattoos almost cover his entire body. Like, it is, as far as you can tell, he is not wearing a shirt. He simply has a belt and pants on, barefoot as well, inside the hut. Tent, and has a bandolier across his chest, which seems to have a weapon sling on the back of it, which is currently out of its weapon. It is a gigantic maul that sits beside him, that is nearly the size of you, Sam. It's huge.
The temptation to
Um,
cast Moonbeam and make him drop his Goliath form is so tempting. I'm joking. I'm
no,
joking.
I was gonna say he's not in giant form.
He's never
No,
been
he's a
gentle.
demon. Duh.
Oh my god.
I am suspicious of everyone.
Everyone's
now
a
in
demon now.
culture. Everyone's a
Mm.
demon.
Everyone's a demon.
Everyone line up, get into my beam.
Well, Thalai, there is
Give
a
him the
moment where
beam by
you
going-
you actually think along these lines for a moment because Morian does not look like you remember. He was always bigger than you, but not much bigger than you. And his skin was always darker, but not much darker. And he is definitely covered in considerably a larger amount of runes than he was the last time you met. Granted, it's been several years, but
5
it
years.
it
but,
it has been it's been a moment of you kind of double taking and going, oh no, that is him.
Does he look like he's received like any scars, that sort of thing as well?
No, oddly, he seems to be almost unblemished.
So there's another important question, Ash.
Mhm.
What is this guy's surface thoughts?
Ah,
Because it has no components, because I'm psychic.
his surface thoughts are
Cats, cats.
the whelp has returned. He does
We
not
hate
stand up. He gestures for you to make yourselves comfortable on the floor around. The floor is covered in hides, and there seems to be some kind of almost bark-like sheeting beneath it as well to keep the snow out, to add an extra layer.
That I actually will look disappointed because that is not the way our clan leaders greeted guests of any kind. Even the dwarfs just gesture for them to sit.
Hmm.
So I will stand and just cross my arms, going and say, "Have things changed this much since I left, Orion?"
He has a deep, booming voice of more than you would think, Thalai. It has been some time. You and this rabble have arrived. Clearly,
Is
the
he
communications have not come past. What was that?
giant or common? Sorry.
He is speaking in common.
That's why Sam was just like, hello.
Just quickly, Ash. While this conversation is happening, if I switch to hearing from Wisteria, since she is like on the tent outside, how much worse is what she's hearing as opposed to what I'm hearing?
What do you mean?
So can I, through her ears, hear the conversation in the tent clear enough to like occasionally flick to her just to like
Yes.
check what's happening
He's
outside?
he's not being quiet. He is
Okay.
projecting his voice across the tent.
As this conversation is happening, I'm going to be doing that incrementally because, as much as I was told that Goliath probably wouldn't be all like sneaky ambush nonsense, I'm sus as well. So I'm just going to make sure that there isn't like a war party assembling outside while we're having this conversation.
And did he have any surface thought reaction to the whelp questioning his choice of hospitality?
Yes.
Or the thing about changes as well. If it's like, oh, things have changed since I accepted the demon lord into my soul. Upper Nurgle, bless me. Come on, let's go.
No, his surface thoughts are typical insubordination. And at change, it's very much what he said. Yes, a lot of change has happened. As you'll see, I have led the clan for the last 5 years.
When I left, Morian's father was in good health.
Yes, he was.
He was not expected to die.
No.
I mean, no one said he's died.
He would have
It's the
been
only way.
in a pinnacle. Well, not the pinnacle. He would have been on the other end of his prime time, but still definitely
Yeah.
a capable warrior.
The only way a clan leader steps down willingly is if he gets really old. firm.
Who
And
said he
Orient-
did it willingly?
and
I'm.
Orient-
I was gonna say, typically they don't step down willingly. Typically, their kin will challenge them when they think that the time is right.
I should have said it go act instead of trying to preempt. Because ADHD brain wants to know everything now.
So good.
Sorry, just gathering this out again. Okay. I'm not going to say anything. Just about that.
And you have brought Xel'nari to our door. Why? Why do you return? None of us have ever returned.
I was in the area, thought to report to the our Xel'nari camp at the bottom of the mountain. Found it abandoned. We came here thinking perhaps the Xel'nari came to you. But I suspect that may not be the case, is it?
We have not had contact from the Xel'nari for months now. They have not tread up here. They abandoned us when things were getting grim. So why are you here now? We sent no messenger, we sent no request. We do not need your assistance any longer. We have come into our own means.
I already explained why we came here, to seek answers, but now you're leaving me questions. What has happened?
You can sense his surface thoughts are, there's something you're not telling me, Thalai. What he says out loud is, I will be asking the questions. So, you claim to just be passing by to a nearby outpost, an outpost that has been abandoned for months now. Are you so ill-informed that you don't know your own outposts' whereabouts?
We have been out of contact with the HQ for quite some time, due to many a misadventure. A loss at sea. We came to shore nearby, and we trekked to the outpost hoping to make contact with Xel'nari HQ to find out what we missed.
Mug, you get the sense that there's something on his mind, but you're not able to detect it from just the surface thoughts. Something more pressing to him.
The spell only
Get out
lasts
of the ball.
for a minute, so it's probably close to wrapping up. So I'll do a final little push deeper.
Okay. What's the save, DC?
15 wisdom.
Yeah, no.
Kitty
He is not
Wisdom
wise.
Wisdom is not his strong suit. Not
Look
even
at
slightly.
Toast. There's Kitty Baby. My
Yes, so
kitty
She shoved her
baby.
head into.
He's still sleeping. If you
the
can
thought
see
that
her.
you get is he warned me of interference.
Kill him, bastard.
Oh no.
And just not to mess things up, but like in the spirit of fairness, doesn't the person who has their mind more like intrusively probed, don't they notice?
I believe they only
Only if-
notice if they pass.
They pass.
Save.
Oh, okay.
There's a higher chance the further you probe.
Yeah. The more you try and push deeper, the worse things will get. But the more information you'll get.
Baby.
Okay.
Like, you could potentially attempt to probe deeper to find who that person is that he's thinking of.
Baby. But we'll probably die.
There is a sudden commotion at the front of the tent. And you can hear some shouting back and forth in Giant.
What does Wisteria see?
Wisteria sees a mountain of a woman trying to push her way through two of the hunting pack outside, trying to get inside.
And I can understand her words now because of comprehend languages.
You
What's she
hear
saying?
It's my son. I have the right. You cannot hold me back. And there is a moment of the two trying to hold her back, arguing, and then the hunt pack leader going, "She does have right," and they reluctantly let go, and she comes barging into the tent.
I'll step back and
Wait,
I'll whisper. I'll whisper to Mug, "Mother."
She
What?
she nearly like tramples over the Sams as she just beelines straight across the tent
I
to
feel like
just grab Thalai. It's the first time you've ever seen Thalai like properly manhandled as she lifts him off the ground in a bear hug.
And you will all notice as well. It's one of the only times Thalai does not fight being grappled either.
He's reacting like how Toast reacts when I pick her up just to get it over with.
Actually, you will see for a brief moment. Actually, a brief, like a feeling of content go across his face for like a brief moment before it just.
How old were you when you were brutally whisked away from your family and forced to train in a paramilitary organization on the other side of the continent?
This was 5 years ago, so I was 14.
Let's put a little perspective in on things.
so. Thalai's actually about the same age as Storm. Thalai's
Yeah.
barely older. I think you're like
Most of the
1
party
year
is
older.
quite young.
Yeah.
So
Kovac is
he would
not.
have. So Thalai would have finished physically
Kovac's just a
maturing.
slow learner.
Actually, I left on the cusp.
Okay, so
I left on the cusp of being fully physically mature,
Okay, cool.
which says something.
Also, Kovac is not a slow learner. She's very studious.
Yeah, you took 40 years to get to level, what, 3? It's the old elf.
Long
so-
lived
Um,
ridiculousness
I'm
of
so
early.
upset.
It blurts out of his mind before he can, try and suppress any thoughts of it. Morian, in his mind, you get this mug of just, oh, Zarok, not again. And she's just lifting you up, Thalai, and just going, my little, in giant, mind you, my little Thalai, what are you
Mother.
doing? Where have you been? Why are you here? I need to know everything. Have they
Mother.
been treating you well? Have they been feeding you?
Mother.
What is going on?
Feeding.
She
Yeah.
sees a scar on
Why
your
are you
shoulder.
so skinny?
Yes.
What,
Why are you
what
so
happened?
skinny?
Who did
Where
this
is
to
the
you?
borscht?
Mother,
Where is the
mother.
borscht? Bring the borscht.
Morian is speaking to me. Perhaps.
No one cares. It's my time to speak. You are my son.
I love her. Can we keep her? Can we
And
add her
and
to our entourage
there
of
is the
NPCs?
moment of Morian like looking like he is going to speak, and then thinking better of it.
We need to keep her.
It's lovely.
He knows the rights. He knows the rights. You are my son. I speak first.
It is lovely to. I have missed you. And I will turn around and give her a hug, very similar, picking her up, holding her tight and close.
Break her back. Step on a crack. Break your
And-
brother's back.
After a moment of like embracing, she kind of comes to the reality of what is happening in the room and kind of looks around, sees the Xel'nari members, see Morian looking very pissed off, and just
Kind of
goes,
waves.
oh, of course you've got important things to deal with. I will speak to you later. You will
During
come
the-
speak to me.
I will find you after.
At some point during this, Storm got bored, started looking around, may have seen something right next to her, and just like, ooh, what's that? And at this point, probably accidentally knocks it over.
It's
You
just a
knock over-
10,000-year-old Ming vase.
A ornamental war spear.
She tries to catch it.
No, head out of the bowl.
Can I try and catch it?
It just seems so
Toast!
appropriate.
Yes,
Can I try and catch it?
absolutely. We have
Yes.
said that to Storm at some stage.
Make
So,
a dexterity
you know,
save.
you know I'm talking to Toast.
It's a dirty 20.
Oh yeah, you definitely you knock it off, and there's the stand that it was on topples over, but you catch the spear and just like, ooh. And there's the moment of awkward silence as everyone kind of resets, and your mother kind of bows a little bit to Morian, and then makes her way out of the hut. And you can hear, Zoe, you can hear better. Her going, see, was that so much to ask for? Next time, I'll give you a swipe.
If she gets any looks, Storm just meows.
You're definitely getting looks.
And holding the spear, and she's like, I don't know what to do with this now. I'm holding it.
The two women who were making food come over and just take it from you.
And she doesn't
Stand
stop
up the
them.
stand and puts it back.
Ow. Sits on the
Morian
floor like
kind
a
of
cat.
gives a moment of pause and then, well, after that display, why have you come here?
As I said, I was hoping perhaps the Xel'nari came here. Could speak with. Due to.
There is more to it. Why here?
I was hoping. I figured this would be the closest camp. We try here first, and if you weren't here, I'd try one of the many other winter camps we stay at.
But why us? Surely you have other means of communication amongst your people.
We did, but we gave them to other people who needed them. So I had
So
to.
the Xel'nari think they can abandon us for months on end, and then just waltz on in and expect us to just hand over
We
to
don't
whatever you want.
know. Don't know what happened. For all I know, something ambushed the Xel'nari. I was hoping perhaps you would know something, but I guess you don't. And I'm
But the
very
Xel'nari
sorry.
are mighty. Nothing could stop them. And you can definitely sense a bit of contempt in his voice.
This is all in common, right?
He
Yes.
is speaking in common, yes.
Storm
in
starts
Quebec-
growling. A very
Mug-
low rumble.
Mug's going to step up next to Thalai and go, Thalai, why you say Goliath people nice and helpful? That man, not smart, not helpful.
Quebec.
You
Quebec
said
also-
the words you shouldn't have said.
Well, I just go.
There is an
Yes.
instant flash of fury on Morian's face, and he stands. This is where you fully take in his insane size. Even in this tent, which is quite large, he is touching the top.
He's touching cloth.
His hand rests upon his maul. He does not lift it, but he rests upon it and he goes, "You would challenge me?"
What challenge?
You
Why?
insult my intelligence.
No. Not insult coal rock. Not insult coal tree. Just say is. If coal tree rock, then insult. If coal rock tree, then insult.
Funnily enough, I actually have to put an insight to see if he actually understands it.
I love it.
If I can tangle him up in his own brain.
You might be okay.
He seems to not necessarily understand what the words were, but he understands the intent behind what was said, and he's not pleased.
Just to clarify, your intelligence was not questioned. Your hospitality was questioned.
Now Mug is looking confused at Kovac.
In Kovac's head, she's going to be here. I think we need to be quiet.
He
Storm
just
is
calls
seething, by the way.
outside now, and just pushes his way bodily past everyone,
Has he
making his way
taken-
outside.
Has he taken them more?
Yes, he has taken them all in hand.
I would like. I hate this. I hate it so much against my nature, but I would like to actually grab Morian and go, Morian, they do not understand ways. They're more used to liberal discussion. I ask for leniency
Can you
for their
make me
ignorance.
a
Not gonna give it.
opposed strength athletics check as he tries to reverse the grapple, kind of to grab hold of your hand?
Ah.
Can I use the distraction to cast tongues on myself? Because I assume those two have drawn all eyes in the room.
Yes, I think he is definitely hot-headed enough to not notice that at the moment.
Ashley is a 16 on athletics.
Before you
He
hang on. I just I'm checking my abilities. I have one that I might be able to assist him with.
Oh, the talisman thing.
Assisting with the strength check?
It's okay. I can't find it.
Head
so don't
out
worry
of the
about it.
bowl.
I was gonna say you wouldn't necessarily be ready because this has happened like in an instant. He's lunged out and then
She
He
was
is
already like
sorry.
she was herself starting to get ready, so I had to let Fitch out to like.
he reverses the grip on you and just bodily throws you to the ground in front of him, and then steps over and goes to kick you out the door, basically.
Against her better judgment, because she's angry, I'm gonna
would
hold
like-
person him.
No. I will put my hand up and go stop to not him.
So to the rest of the party?
To the party.
Yeah.
Stop.
There's a firebolt in my hand. I'm like,
Stop.
I need to double check something about Alice's hold person ability.
It only takes 3 key points to cast, and it's just
Does it
hold
take an
person.
action?
I think it's an action, yes.
That's not necessarily the part that I need to check.
Let me find it.
Where is it?
It comes under my disciplines.
Yeah, that's the one I'm trying to hit.
So for all
Okay,
the
it
talk
is-
about
it is-
acting nice. Mug was the first one to start.
It is. It is
For a reason.
specifically cast hold person, so yes, it would be a visible casting, not just an innate ability.
But yeah,
Yes, no,
Thalai
she does
did things
still
before
cast
he
it.
gets kicked. He just holds his hand up to the party, telling them to stop.
Does she continue?
And I am looking at Storm because I know Storm.
And Storm is glaring daggers at you with the clear look on her face of like, if he
And
twitches,
then I'm kicked and sent flying. But the look is basically, we trusted you, now you trust me. That is the glare he is giving you back.
and the look she gives back is literally like, but I'm at my limit.
What a waste of a critical, but it's a perfect time critical. Critical kick to the face. No, to the
Oh, so
chest.
supposed
He
to be to
kicks
the
you in the
nut.
gut, and just like you get bodily lifted off the ground as you get hurled out the door, basically. And he just turns back to the rest of you and goes, "Out now," and steps out.
I assume I take some damage from the kick. If it was that much of a kick to bodily throw me.
Well, if it's a crit, that'd be what, 2 plus strength mod?
strength.
I feel like there's more like
35
just,
points of damage.
I have a problem.
What's that?
Storm does not take orders from anyone.
Except Barda.
Except Barda. She's literally the
And
only
Kovac.
person she...
You take 12 points of damage from the kick.
No, she takes orders from no one. If someone tells her to do something in a manner like that, her immediate response is rebellion.
What's he wearing? A belt of storm giant strength? My god!
Or he's got a level of monk.
I mean, he might actually have a level belt or something like his skin is a different color.
That's racist.
Or he has the Tavern Brawler feat.
Also,
Because he likes to punch people.
That's a
Ah, look.
kick, not a punch, rude.
I've strongly considered picking up Tavern.
It's quite a good ability. You know, 1d4 plus 5 unarmed strikes are nice. Alright.
Storm will drag her feet, but she will follow out, but she'll be the last person to come out. She is pissed off.
You're gonna have spicy poops now.
That's because you had the head in the bowl, isn't it?
Sorry, I forgot. I was. No, I had like a chimchurri steak or something, and my cat was just licking the plate, and I was just like, "I can have spicy."
Talk about a hot mic.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
He
Hi,
steps.
everyone.
He steps out, kind of like bodily pushing you a little bit more down into the out of the doorway, I should say.
Yeah.
And calls out loudly to the clan in Giant. The whelp has returned. See, I told you that he was not cut out
Storm
for the
starts a
Xel'nari.
fire somewhere on him that's flammable.
You can't understand what he's saying. He's
Doesn't
speaking
matter,
Giant.
she's pissed at him. And he's being an arrogant asshole. She can tell from his demeanor. She doesn't know what the words are, but he's arrogant. She doesn't like him. He yelled at her, gave a command. She does it just as she has to everyone else in the party before. She sets a little fire on him.
With that, you will need to roll for initiative.
There we go.
She's petulant. I'm
Right?
sorry.
All of us, or just Storm?
Will you stop licking
you
the
are
plate?
part
Your
of the
butt's gonna
same
be
group.
spicy.
I'm taking part, absolutely.
And this is now how it's our.
But you know what? They're not going to show us respect. You're not getting any respect from Storm. And she treated her people no different.
It's gonna be one of those he's baiting us sort of situations, like to prove how much of a dickhead we are.
Yeah, and you have fallen for it hook, line, and sinker.
I've done nothing.
Not
Yeah.
you. I am looking for the person who fell for it.
Storm is a very volatile character. It's
And
who she
so
is.
is Thalai, and Thalai kept his restraint around your people, so Thalai is very disappointed in you right now.
But these means we can have conversations in character for character growth.
Yes. Storm is bad at this. She's worse than Thalai. I think
Or we'll just break up the party.
I was not expecting you to get into a combat that needed
I think we were?
a map for this fight.
It's a
so
good thing
did
I
not
did
make
prepare
that.
hold person.
I have hold person.
Yeah, so do I.
I have fireball.
I have
Brave words
dimension
for
door.
someone. I say brave words for someone within fireball
Oh,
distance.
distance.
This one we have banish.
Where is it?
I don't
Ah,
have
bash is fun.
Mm.
I'm just gonna
Oh, I might do the mean thing.
I'm just
hold
gonna
on,
use
what
fog
save- what
as the
save
turn
is
order
that?
for.
Also, I'm really sorry, Thalai, but this is one of her flaws. Like one of her inherent flaws, and it triggered her inherent flaws.
But brings in conversations for character growth. Maybe. We'll find out.
Oh.
Stop licking, your butt will be spicy.
She will feel very guilty later, and she's going to feel really bad about it.
But for now, she's just going yum 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 yum.
But
yum,
for
yum.
now, her
It's
emotions
alright,
have
we're-
taken the better of
it's-
her.
It's all right. We're probably all gonna die now because you just initiated this fight, which will turn my entire clan against Xel'nari here.
They're,
So it's
we don't.
they
No.
already are not with us.
no.
Oh,
There
I don't
was.
hold her.
We will hold you at a pole's distance to be fine, and then you just attack the leader in the most improbable way
I mean,
possible.
I basically cast a cantrip.
Yeah, no, but that doesn't matter. You
Mm.
effectively did an assassination attempt while his back
How?
was turned. The gravest insult
You
could-
just did a poor. Well, we'll see.
I guess so. I mean, it was no different to setting fire to your sock.
No,
Okay.
To you.
Yeah.
To you.
Come on.
No, that's what I'm saying. Effectively, what she's done is she's set fire to a small, tiny bit on his pants or something. It had no lethal
12.
effect to it at all. There is no way anyone could have been actually hurt from it. It's
It
very
may-
small. I can't do anything big. It's tiny. But it was
No,
just enough to annoy him, like a mosquito bite.
The way that Storm sees
That's-
it,
yeah,
the way
that's-
that
that's
other
like-
people then
Ooh.
perceive
No,
can be
that's the
anything.
way it is. The way that his
Why is
people take
Mug
it, though,
and
is very
Thalai on there
different because his
twice?
people aren't like
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
This is what Storm
What was your
thinks, the
initiative
way
for
that
that?
Yeah.
other people.
6. Mine's showing up in turn order as 6 because I rolled a 5.
Yeah, for some reason on the initiative tracker though, it's come up with you twice and Mug twice.
it's only showing
Nope,
once.
I can't
It's
see.
only
We can
showing
only
once.
see it once.
I see them only once.
Oh, that's weird.
Because you've got your DM one and then us, so you've put them on both layers.
Shouldn't be. 'cause it
Uh,
should have been a
also-
complete reset.
Cullen, if it's any consolation, it's probably going to be very soon that your clan leader's going to hate Mug more than hating Storm. I know that's the opposite of
I
making.
don't think that's a consolation.
Yeah.
No.
Sam, what was your initiative?
I got 12.
12.
Oh snap! Me too.
Don't
Oh,
know
I got
why.
Charm Person. That's what I've got. I
I've got
was taking
Kovac
hold,
is
but I
19
forgot where
for
we
some
were.
reason.
I haven't put it in, so
No,
yeah.
I thought you-
What's Samuel's? Because he's with
I
us. I'm
put in
assuming.
Samuel there.
I cannot see Kovac on this list.
Yeah, I can't see Storm either.
Storm is there, but with no name.
Oh yeah,
What the
right.
hell?
No, that's not Storm.
Who's that then?
Storm is definitely on there with initiative 6.
Nope.
Then who's
You've
that
got
person?
it all on the wrong layer. You've got some person that's.
No,
Is
this
that
is.
the
I'm just gonna
other
reset it.
Sam?
I'm just gonna remove all turns and
There we go.
then add your turns again.
Oh yeah, that's other Sam.
There's
Morgan?
Morian.
So let's just start again.
Add your ones in. I don't know what went wrong there. That was
How
weird.
do we add it?
We can't add turns.
You
I
should
don't-
be able to just roll initiative.
Oh,
and then
roll
type it in.
again and then type overwrite with typing.
Oh, okay. I'll just roll it in the thingy then.
Oh, that's good because my second roll was a 0.
Storm
Mine
still hasn't
didn't.
come up on there.
No, you
Mi-
need to
mine's not
add
doing it either.
Alice.
How do
I'll
I?
add you both
How do
on
I?
there.
Oh yeah, I
I'll
have to
just
click
add
on
you
my
both.
character
I'll just-
first, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot
I'm
that
just
part.
adding you both in there.
Click.
You're both in there.
Initiative.
Okay, it's
Mine's
been a
not
while. It's been a
roll-
while. I'm sorry.
Mine's
Say
not doing it. I
what?
click my character and then it's not
It's
translating.
right, he's
What was
already
your
added you
initiative? What was the end?
Well, the one I rolled manually was 12.
Right, 12. Done. That's it.
6.
I really am sorry, Cloud.
It's been a while since we've played on combat roll 20.
What is your dex, Oddie?
More than yours, I'm
uh,
assuming.
Probably
plus
yeah.
3.
Okay, yeah. You are ahead of Kovac then.
Who has a higher dex, the nerdy wizard or the rogue?
Toast, what are you doing?
Mine's a +2. It's not
Yeah.
terrible.
Toast, if you go down there, you can't get back up, and of course you've gone down there. Okay.
And Sam's was a 5. So, you're not last, Thalai. You're just nearly last. At the fire going onto his cloak. The reason for initiative order is not necessarily for combat, but more for how you all respond to this, because it could be combat. He turns, immediately taps out the fire on him, his pants. He goes, "See, this proves the point. The Xel'nari have abandoned us, and now they attack us. The whelp has returned, dishonoring
no!
himself and dishonoring the others."
Guys, child,
And
stop
that will
doing
be his turn at the moment, talking.
Cool.
Look, how do you respond? If at all.
I have tongues, so I can speak giant, or at least people can understand me.
Mhm.
So I am going to. Actually, do I have a spell that can make things?
I'm gonna quickly make my tea.
Thaumaturgy?
Don't have thaumaturgy. I'm going to call out. This not tradition, this not the strength of Goliath. You proud people, act good long time past. Why you abandon old ways?
There is some murmuring from
Actually-
amongst. Yeah.
I will. Fuck it. Let's go all in. I will also take an action.
Mhm.
I'll take a bonus action
Mhm.
to activate Mantle of Majesty.
Mhm.
Magical girl
Oh
transformation.
my good lord.
No, that's the other one. This is the big boy fun deluxe.
Yes.
Oh.
And it allows me to cast Command every round as a bonus action.
Mhm.
Yeah, Mug is awesome.
College of Glamour is wild. We love College of Glamour.
Mhm.
Well, I'm assuming it's College of Glamour.
And if they were charmed, then they automatically fail the saves against the command.
Yep, and I can do my play some funky music white boy to charm them.
Yes.
Play that fucking music, white boy.
Green boy.
Oh, green boy, actually. Play that fucking music.
I am going to give the command to halt for Morian.
Alright.
Which just means that they take no action.
Well,
Doesn't move, it takes no action.
presumably.
Oh, he actually passes his save against it. That is actually surprising, considering he has a negative modifier. All right.
That's probably my turn.
Okay. You notice the reaction from the crowd is a number of them bring their weapon up, but not into a battle stance. It's just the weapon is on hand.
Yeah.
So if it was previously over the shoulder or something, then now it is on hand. Storm, it's your turn. You've seen him pat out the fire and then turn back to address in a more louder and more angry voice the rest of the Goliaths. He is still speaking giant.
Okay, but give me a second. I went to the bathroom. Let me get back to my computer. Poor timing.
Storm holds her action until 12, I think.
No, give me 2 seconds. I'm coming back. And just poor timing. I'd run off to the bathroom. Okay.
God damn it, Ollie. I just saw your name.
Which one?
The kicking one.
The kick, yeah, yeah.
So Storm is taking note that everyone seems to be getting a little geared up and grumpy. She has no idea what's being said still, so she's not going to move, but she is going...
You understand what Mug said.
Yes, but
Because everyone understands what Mug said.
True,
Mug
but
is
she still
awesome.
doesn't know that he's slandering us. Only that you've said that this is not the way of your people. Why are you abandoning the old ways?
Why you do this?
Why you do this?
Wait, why are you like this?
All right, Sam and
So-
Kovac. Yeah, sorry.
No, so what she's going to do is she's going to basically take the defensive as an action. So no key points required.
Yep.
But basically,
Dodge.
yes,
Just
just
moving
dodge.
into a defensive stance.
Just taking dodge action.
All right,
No,
Sam and
she's not
Kovac
even
was-
moving into a stance. She's just being wary enough that if anyone were to come at her, she is ready for it.
Yep, so
Otherwise, she
defensive
still
stance.
looks like a cat licking herself because she's a fucking petulant child.
So Sam and Kovac, because you rolled the same initiative, you can choose which one goes first.
Fidgy bean. Look
I
at
don't
the
mind.
I'm just gonna cast mage armor on myself. It's quite simple, just like a. Boom.
Yeah.
And
These still
I
have
am,
semantic components, I believe.
Oh,
Yes,
please don't
so-
eat my dice. Thank you.
So let's take a look at mage armor.
Wait, did you say it has semantic components? That's what you have to say, well, technically, while you cast it.
Yes. So Kovac would have to pull out an implement. She knows that there's spellcasters around here, so her instinct is going to be to pull out the Rod of Absorption. So she pulls that from like the thigh holster, and basically speaks words, moves around the rod, and then there's a visible shimmer of arcane power that just washes over her and kind of is like faintly twinkling on her as the spell's cast, and she's
Thalai
Looking around.
mentally face palms again as yet another provoked action is done. And you can see that the reaction from the crowd is they are getting more and more ready for combat as you do this.
Well, the thing
It's
is, Storm had no intention of starting a fight. So, although she's being petty and is the reason this started, it was never her intention. So she's not.
Oh, we
going
fully get
to-
it wasn't
yeah.
her intention.
Oh no,
We
she's
know-
so
we
she's just
know
not going to
that.
bother engaging. She'll let them
However,
take the
just like-
first
Yeah,
attack.
just this feels dangerous, and Kovac is easily hittable, so she is protecting herself.
Mm.
You have a
It's
very
valid.
punchable face. I mean, no.
Yes. So,
Makes sense.
and to be fair, she's holding a rod which could appear like a club, and is being like, So maybe. Oh, oops. Whatever.
So yes, provoke.
We've been in a lot of situations recently where we've needed to do this, so makes sense.
Yes,
Mhm.
it's fair.
We're very
And sad.
weary. We don't trust anyone. We've been through a lot of shit. All right.
Sam.
I have a question. Because I've not really done this before. With enhanced ability, it says if I use a spell slot using 3rd or higher level, I can target one additional creature with the spell.
Mm-hmm.
Can I can I then use a different one, or do I have to use the same one on both?
It's the same
people?
ability. Same ability.
Damn.
You just can
Last
target
time-
multiple creatures with it.
Yeah, I was hoping I'd be able to do like bull strength for Thalai, but then the charisma one for Mug.
Mm.
You get what I mean? Because Mug's doing talking. Mug could probably use all the assistance with talking,
I
but
will
I
tell
want to
you right
bolster
now,
Thalai.
I will tell you right now, not Bull's might. I can get advantage on strength very easily.
I know you can, but it was more to save you having to use that. That
I'm
makes
going
sense.
to have to use it.
Yeah, knowing
Thalai
it's one of
getting
those names
advantage on
Thalai.
charisma could also be kind of useful.
Actually, yeah, that's a very good. I also because that was my other thought was actually to get. Okay, so I made my choice because it was also on the periphery of my thought. I am going to use a 3rd level spell slot
Mhm.
to cast enhance ability
Mhm.
on Thalai and Mug, and I am choosing Eagle's Splendor. They have advantage on charisma checks.
Okay.
So be it talking. This is mostly for talking to the people, intimidating whatever's happening. This is thought process.
Hmm.
Don't know what. Yeah. So
Right.
that's what I'm choosing to do with my action. Cast. I'll move myself into not a defensive position, but like out of the way
Yeah.
That
with
is
my
a
movement.
touch spell, so you'd have to go up, touch the two of us.
Oh,
and
it is touch. Do
We
we
are.
have to be?
I was standing next to Thalai. That was the plan.
Yeah, the other thing is like, do I have to then? If that's the case, then I'll just be like, "You got this, guys." Patting them on their thighs because I'm. Saying so.
I mean, I'm currently prone, so
Yeah.
I choose to say what I said.
I can just imagine you just leaning over and just going, "Okay."
How does it feel like me having to lean down? But yeah, I will do that. No bonus action. I'm not going to use anything offensive. This is on you guys. This is your show.
Alright.
Oh, and what a show it's going to be.
Thalai.
And with that, I need to go.
All right.
back in a minute.
So, I will spend my movement, half my movement, sorry,
Mhm.
standing up. And then, as a bonus action, I am going to touch myself. But, the party will notice me, take a look upon my face that they have only seen very, very rarely of, like, unbridled rage.
Storm's not
As-
looking at you. She's too mad.
As I look, firstly, at the Xel'nari, and at my fellow Xel'nari members, and I tell them loudly and clearly, Xel'nari, stand down. And then I will look at Morian, and I will go, Morian, you have espoused every right and tradition of our clan. How dare you antagonize strangers not sure of our ways? If you have fault, then do it the right way and challenge us properly and fairly, not in this manner that a filthy dwarf would do, calling him out as all. If you have a fault with me, then you call out me.
It's been nice knowing you, Thalai.
He uses big boy words.
But I have just told all of you in a very angry look, very loud, clear tone. You stand
No.
down.
You didn't tell all of us. You told the Xel'nari, which is 60.
So,
I was waiting for that.
for anyone who actually
the
pays
intention.
attention,
and Samuel.
for anyone,
You know the intention here, though.
Yeah, I know.
for,
But
I just gave you advantage on charisma as well.
Yeah, well, congratulations. That's just got used into this freaking speech. so-
for anyone who notices Storm, she goes from looking angry. She's not looking at any of you. She is looking off into the distance and like a petulant cat. She's gone from looking really angry to her ears perk up, and her tail starts swishing almost like playfully. She is. Her mood has improved.
she has a plan, and we're in danger.
That's all I have to say.
Did I need to make a save or anything for you saying that? Or is it just you've
Sorry,
done
there
that?
was one thing I'm going to add. Before Storm set Morian on fire, he said
Barely.
something about me, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And
what, sorry?
he said something about me, and I
This-
will finish off with: do you wish to back your claim of me not being worthy with force? For I am ready to meet your challenge, Morian. Or are you afraid? Like you spoke to me, afraid, 5 years ago.
Ooh. Like
This would've
Sam's literally going, ooh.
This would have been perfect.
I
if
think
you
both
failed
the
to
Sabs,
save.
Yes, we get
both the
that
Sabs
swing.
are just sitting there going, "Oh."
Ooh. So that
Are you? Can you give me a persuasion roll?
Me, persuasion?
Yes,
Well,
because you
thank
are not necessarily persuading him, but you are persuading the onlookers.
Yeah, well, thank you for giving me advantage on charisma checks.
it was either gonna be persuasion or intimidation. And I'm just like, it's gonna go no more.
Well, thank you for the advantage, because it was a 2 in there, which would have been a 1. Ugh. But it is an 18 down to a 17, Ash, on persuasion.
Decent.
There is some murmurs amongst the crowd. Samuel is too busy doing ooh to do anything for his turn. Morian starts throws his head back laughing. Oh, Thalai, I have missed it, I will say that. You see how he speaks. But the clan already knows the truth. That you begged me to let you go to the Xel'nari.
Is this common?
He is saying this in Giant.
Alright, so only Kovac, the stand.
And Mug. I
And
believe.
a mug.
Oh, Mug as well?
Yep, I got tongues. Oh
yes.
yeah, boy, I got tongues.
Yep.
Begged me to let you win that fight. And then I had to show that I was worthy after throwing that fight for you. I had to prove myself amongst our people when you got to flit away to the Xel'nari with all your honor. And now you come back with your tail between your legs, begging for our help when the Xel'nari have abandoned us. You speak of tradition and ways of old, and this he kind of looks towards Mug. But you do not know our ways. And you, turning back to Thalai, have been gone too long. Things have changed. Traditions have changed. But if you are so willing to fight, I will let you know one last change. It is now to the death. And I accept.
I see the other guy smile and be like, "This is going well. It's going well."
I take out my weapon.
Does
Ready.
Mug get a chance to put a little?
Yes,
barb in there as well?
you would be next to react.
I'm gonna let you finish, but
Thalai is the best Goliath of all time.
All time! Fuck.
what you mean tradition change? Tradition is tradition because is tradition. You talk upstart. Moriam upstart. He throw away what mean Goliath. When you face adversity,
Suddenly you go silent. You are still talking, but you do not even hear your own voice. No one hears your voice.
Oh,
For your group,
God
it suddenly just goes dead silent.
I look for a spellcaster.
If
Uh,
we're still at
you-
initiative. Are we?
You can clearly see the spellcaster.
do you have a chance to counterspell then if there was a spell being cast?
I will say no, because one, it was subtle spell, and two, you were too drawn in by. So I went off your passive perception. You were too drawn in by everything happening to notice the spellcaster.
Okay. But now I look at them and I go,
you were told that there was a sorcerer.
I
So,
was.
yes.
So that means I can't cast spells
Subverted.
with
Kitty!
Semantic
Sorry.
components.
With verbal components.
verbal components.
Yeah.
Mm.
But yes, it suddenly goes dead silent. Kovac, you immediately just like scan the horizon, knowing exactly what to look for. You see someone dressed very differently to the rest of them. She is more adorned. She has like a dozen or so bone necklaces with some runic carvings upon them. She has like a almost tribal like skirt and leathers over and furs over her. She's quite heavily clothed as in comparison to the rest of them. And you see a staff with what looks to be the skull of some kind of almost draconic-like creature upon it.
Ooh, nice.
That seems to be her staff that she's using as her
I-
focal.
I immediately lock eyes with her, and there's this. Oh, it's on now.
And you see actually from her a look of she clearly recognizes caster recognizes caster kind of thing.
Mhm.
Gang
She's
recognizes
the
gang.
demon. She's the demon after all.
No, the real question is, does Kovac like large women? You got common interests.
How?
Then they.
I do have a slightly technical question.
Yes.
So, if the target of a spell can hear me, can the spell take effect?
Yes. But they have to
Okay.
be able to hear you.
Cool. I cast command on Moriam telepathically.
There is an interesting conundrum because technically you still need to speak it out loud to cast your spell.
If that doesn't work, then I can use the bonus action to give Thalai a bardic inspiration, because that does say just if it hears you.
I would say technically you do need to make a verbal component to it, which is you speaking the spell out loud. So I'd say unfortunately it wouldn't work because it would be the same as using Soul Spell, which is specifically designed to do it without verbal. if you had subtle spell, then you could use the telepathic part to convey the command. Is how I would interpret it. But yes, the bardic inspiration definitely would work
Okay.
because he just needs to be able to hear you, and he can hear you telepathically.
So, Thalai will hear a voice in his head going, "Oh, you better take this bitch down."
Now, interestingly enough, like you are outside of the effect, so you can still hear Morian. It seems that she was very precise in her placement. Of
So
the
is Storm
sounds.
caught in it as well?
Yeah, you were all together.
So everyone but me.
I will probably try and, I don't know, move to the side a little bit. I don't know where it's centered, so it's...
Morian turns to you, Thalai, and goes, "He talks a lot for an orc, even if he is only half-blood. So, do you accept?"
We can hear stuff, can't we? Just not
No.
any sound from in the bubble. Oh, we're silenced entirely.
Yep, this is the silent spell. You cannot hear anything at all inside the bubble.
I will just briefly glance back at the squad. I'll just go, okay. Like a nod. I do. And with that, me accepting, I'm allowed to swing, aren't I?
I mean, you can if you want to start the fight. You know, traditionally that it would be hosted in the ring, but then again, he did say traditions have changed, so it's up to you how you interpret that.
I will go. Name of changing traditions. I accept, and I'll just get my hammer and just swing at him because we're pretty much we're in a circle here.
I will get you to roll with advantage for your attack because he is not expecting it. He was expecting to take you up to the official arena, the Stonehenge.
Fuck it, this liar doesn't deserve.
He's
the
also
official.
technically now Xel'nari and not part of the tribe by his own words, so...
Regardless.
Also, I know you're already on top of it, but this 100% is the time to action surge. Pummel that guy.
No, I don't think it's time to action surge. But I'm gonna swing.
Opening salvo, 4 attacks with advantage. Come on.
No, I would give the first attack an advantage for it.
Alright, that would be a 16.
And that will not hit.
I didn't think so. That's what I was worried about. Nothing was above 10 on this roll. But I am
do you want to hit it?
What was the dice you gave me, sorry?
D8
I am
Bardic Inspiration.
going to use that D8 because I do want that opening salvo to hit.
Yep.
That instead is a 22.
That will hit.
Yep.
Nice.
Now, Ash, sorry, I need you to explain to me because I am using the special hammer I received.
Yes. For all intents and purposes, it is a +1 hammer.
Alright, so then that would be even higher. That would be
It's a mastercrafted weapon in the fact that it is definitely crafted well enough to be imbued with magic for enchanting, but it is not enchanted currently.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's all good. That's good. Alright, so as a bonus action, at the same time as I'm swinging my hammer, I do the bonus action to my shield to animate it.
Mhm.
So I can swing this hammer in 2 hands, so the shield is... Anyway, yep, so bonus action to swing the hammer. What is the damage dice I'm using for this thing?
Standard Warhammer.
Oh, it is a standard warhammer? Okay,
Yep.
I thought you were saying on something you said. It's been a while.
So using it one-handed or 2?
Two-handed. So D10,
Always two-handed.
D10, plus I am in Giant's Might, so additional D... Like I said, it's been a while since I've had to fight.
Feel like we needed some music for this. All right.
And that is an additional D... 10 plus D6.
Now, don't forget you are enlarged.
Yeah. That's what the D6 is for.
Yeah, cool.
For my Giant's Might, yeah.
Just for clarity, by the way, Ash, for my monk abilities, they cast the same as spells except without
Yep.
material components. Because
That's what I was
instead.
confirming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was confirming before when I was checking to see if it was cast as a spell.
Yeah, and I'm just that's what I'm saying. I'm just confirming it there. I just read through the rules just now.
With that hammer, is it a +1 to hit and damage, or just a
Yeah.
+1 to hit? All right,
No,
so that
+1
is
to both.
15 bludgeoning damage then on first strike.
Mhm.
And then I will strike again a second time, which I don't think I get advantage, do I?
No, not for this one. No.
No, I didn't. Hey, Oddie, can I use your halfling luck, please?
Oh, I don't know. Can you? Yeah.
Thank you, because I
I
do not
won't be able to
I
do it
don't-
until my next reaction.
do it again.
Just giving
yeah,
it
I know.
that, you know.
Yeah, I can't do it. You can't do it again. I know. All right. So yep, that was. I'm discarding that one because fuck
Just
that.
You got this, buddy.
That is a dirty. 21.
21, that'll hit.
Yep. So only a D10 this time because really frustratingly, giant might applies for a single strike a turn. But that is 9 bludgeoning damage the second time.
9 bludgeoning damage. All right.
Yep. So that was action to strike, bonus action to animate my shield, and yeah, that's my turn. I'm not moving anywhere.
All right.
Has the initiative gone weird in this regard, or is it onto Samuel next then?
It would be technically onto Samuel next. Yes. I assumed that you were not attacking, because he did tell you to hold.
Yeah,
I...
but we got silenced, and I'm upset.
Okay.
remember,
just trying
Throwback.
to remember.
The
I'm
light
in
you
the
got
silent.
here.
You're in the sides. Sorry, this was Samuel. So it would go around to Morian.
Let's have my shield equipped.
So
But if you do want to act on that, Zoe, you can. Yes, I'll let you act on the silent spell.
my action would just be move out of the radius
Mhm.
and
Well-
dispel it.
Whose turn is it though? Because like wouldn't
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, you can easily dispel it. It was only cast at the basic level, so you step out of it and just dispel it. And you get a look from her of, oh, it's going to be like that.
I have a
Oh,
temptation
we
to
have a
run over.
hydrate, folks.
Have a hydrate.
Yeah, I have a temptation to run over to Thalai and change the
hydrate.
enhanced ability to Bear's endurance instead. But
So-
would that be seen as a bad thing?
Thematically, I would say that you dispel the spell exactly as Thalai says, I accept, and there's the clobber of them all hitting him in the face.
I'd know better than to get
Mhm.
involved in that. And yeah, this.
To this, Morian steps up and just shakes it off a bit, and then starts stepping towards you again as he also grows in size to match yours.
That was coming.
Oh goddamn!
Yes, he is also.
Can I
Very
ask
nice.
you a question? Did Storm also notice the spellcaster?
You'd probably be able to notice her now, but you wouldn't have noticed her at the time. She rolled above your passive perception.
Even mine.
Yes.
Interesting.
Your passive perception's only 20. It's not infallible.
I know. It's just
Infallible?
not common.
Rare.
It's
Yes.
rare, yes.
That's what. That's what I
It was.
surprised.
I took into account the fact that you were all focused on the action happening at the time as well.
Oh, this is dirty.
Okay. Okay. Because if Storm can like have an action, she's not going to do anything offensive. She's just going to go stand next to the mage. Right next to the mage. Take
She
the
is
dodge
on
action.
the other. She's
Yep,
on the other
45
side of the
movement.
group. You're more than 45. So you
Crazy
can
90
take your
movement.
action as well. Yeah.
No, she'll use a
Um,
key point to get there because she's.
So yeah,
or
you're kind
whatever.
of running across the field to her.
Yes, she will do that.
Will she see that as an aggressive action?
And then proceeds to sit on the floor next to her. Doesn't take aggressive movement, just goes and stands next to her.
Oh well, if you're running over
Glaring.
to her though, that's the
You like
thing.
sprint at her.
Yep,
And then
she's going to sprint, sit,
Yeah.
and start licking her paw again.
Is there anything more cat than that? The zoomies and then stop. I didn't do anything.
Ash,
Yes.
But she will use a key point to also take the dodge action.
oh no, it has to be end of his turn. Just remind me when it's the end of Maureen's turn.
Okay.
Because I have something I can do now, which is potentially nasty to him.
He hefts his warhammer up into his hands, in both hands. No, he's not going to do that. That would be terrifying.
You're just lucky Storm didn't take an extra step and start purring and rubbing up against her, just to be a pain in the ass.
You notice that it begins to glow and smoke slightly, as if it's steaming up the air around it as it starts to glow. And he will make his attacks
Don't like
against
this. Don't like this.
I think I know this effect.
you. I don't think.
How
you do.
many more levels does it take for you to get this effect?
Oh no, I was thinking it might be the fire giant.
Uh,
He's a rune knight as well.
He is a rune knight. All right, so
It's also a bitch.
I mean,
he's a rude knight, if that counts.
I
does
mean,
a
he's
27 hit.
yes, a 27 will hit.
27 hits. Good.
good.
Yes. All
Team
right.
is out for us today. That's what I'm saying.
You take 16 points of bludgeoning damage from the first strike.
Bludgeoning. Yep.
He will then make his extra attack. That one will miss, I think by 1 point.
Armor class of 20.
Yep. Got a 19. So he is going to action surge. Not impressed with you at all, and make his 2 second attacks. A 23 will hit, but the other one is an 18, so will not hit.
Yep.
For 15 points of bludgeoning damage for the second hit.
Yep.
Right. But that is his turn.
At the end of his turn, as he has ended his turn within 30 feet of me, I'm using my reaction to force him to make a wisdom saving throw DC 16.
I thought you might be using that one.
Yep, this is a new room I picked up. I've only been able to use the passive, but died.
He does fail.
Yep. So he is become charmed by me for 1 minute.
Mhm.
While charmed in this way, he has a speed of 0, incapacitated, descending into dreamy stupor. He gets to repeat the saving throw at the end of each of his turn, ending the effect on the success.
Odd question. Does this ability have a disadvantage if they're in combat with you? Is this something? I don't know how this rune works. I know how the charm spell works. If they're already hostile. That's cool.
So, one, he cannot attack. He can't attack the charmer or target the charmer with any harmful abilities or magic effects. I also have any advantage on any ability check to interact socially with the creature. But that's okay. I'm not planning on really doing too much social interaction with him, as I will now.
Yes.
He only gets to do it at the end of his terms with this one. And I will now look at him and go, for one who complains about a talking orc, you sure like to run your mouth against those who weren't here to defend themselves. And I'm gonna attack him again.
Mhm.
So I don't get advantage on this.
Mhm.
Oh no, he's incapacitated.
Yes.
So I do get advantage.
And it's auto crits, right?
Let's have a look. No, they just can't take actions or reactions, so never mind. I don't get advantage, but he can't do anything. He's just...
Yeah.
If they're paralyzed, it's
paralyzed
a
advantage, and unconscious is where it's the auto crit.
Yeah.
Alright, anyway, first strike is 20...
A 20.
25.
Yes, that is.
Alright, D10 plus D6 for the first strike. Which is, not much. Only 8 bludgeoning damage for that first one.
Mhm.
Then the second strike. That would be a 17.
That will not hit.
I didn't think so, but now I am now going to do my action search now. Temptation is high.
He already did to you.
He already did to me, but yeah, I'm now going to action surge back at him.
Okay.
So 2 more strikes. Nah, that missed.
Alright.
6 on the dice. Yep, and the 1 more attack.
Yep.
For fuck's sakes.
Do you not get advantage on these?
No, because he's not. He just can't take actions or reactions.
Yep.
But as a bonus action,
No, I thought you meant because you've got your the rune make you big advantage on strength checks.
on strength checks and saving throws on attacks.
So if he tries to grapple
Ah.
him, then it will be an advantage on the grapple check. But
But
not to hit.
and then I could have technically moved him 5 feet if I wanted to. Actually, I will for thematic effect.
Okay.
With the
Shoving him
crusher
back.
ability, I will shove him 5 feet and then
Mhm.
like just move up to be with him as well. And then as my bonus action, I am going to take a second wind. Is
Mhm.
that what it's called?
Yep.
Yes, second wind.
So
D8.
regain some hit points.
Yeah, because oh boy, I remember a fight with 12 hit points down. So
Mm-hmm.
Do we have some sort of like space where we can have an idea of where people are, or?
that is
You're in a clearing that is about 120 feet circle. Thalai and Morian are 5 feet apart from each other because he just got shoved back. The rest of the group are a few feet back away from Thalai. Kovac has taken.
Ash.
Yes.
I shove him for 5 feet, but then I step in to continue.
Oh, you're
striking.
stepping into it. Okay.
I still, yeah, I just more showing the crowd that I do have the strength to push him.
Yeah.
It's my turn, so he now gets to, at the end of his turn, try to break out the charm.
Yeah, at the end of his turn, yeah. You've crossed the other side, so you're about 100 feet away from the rest of the group with the sorcerer. And Kovac is about 20 feet away, stepping out of the silence spell, which has now been dispelled.
Could I have moved towards the mage as I
Okay,
stepped
yep.
out?
Yeah, not a problem.
How close am I to her now?
You'd still be around about 70, 80 feet away.
How
Okay, so
far would
base.
Mug be from the?
About the same. A little bit further, because you're back where Thalai was.
Well, it took me 90 feet to get to her. And then I just
Okay.
plonked at her feet.
Is there anything you wanted to do, or just because you can still move towards her for closer? Get closer to her.
I'm gonna get within 60 feet of her.
That's easy enough to do. Not a problem.
I'm circling around the fight. I'm making it seem like I'm trying to get a better view, but I keep looking over at the spellcaster.
You can see that she seems like ready herself in case things are to escalate, but she is not interfering with the fight.
Good.
She was merely
Right.
preventing us from interfering previously and doing
Pretty much.
Fuck you.
And
And Storm is
Shutting
now
up that-
also doing the same.
half orc that talks too much.
It's
Well,
an occupational hazard of playing a bard.
It is really.
Storm,
True.
He will make you save. What was the DC for the save?
16 wisdom.
He passes.
That's
But
alright.
that does use up his turn.
I think I turn of reprieve.
Mhm.
Then I will strike again.
Okay.
On my turn.
Wait, is this another turn?
Yep,
I-
your turn now.
don't.
Okay.
Are we
Couple
going
of us
in
have an
initiative order? Because it's gotten
Well,
very confusing.
that's
now.
why I was asking if you were going to do something to interfere with the fight.
I wanted to interfere with the sorcerer.
Yep, that's why I asked. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to do something to interfere with the sorcerer, you can. Yeah, definitely.
I'm going to see if I can move within 60 foot.
Yeah, you can easily do that.
And I tell that sorcerer to get the fuck out of Dodge and flee. Command flee. Be gone! They're probably going to pass the wisdom save.
She
but
does
yeah.
pass the wisdom save. Yeah. She looks to you because I assume you say it in her mind.
No, the command spell only has a range of 60
That's
feet.
true. It has to be outside. Yeah.
So I'm just yelling for. I wanted everyone to know that I was telling her to flee, and she did. But yeah.
Unfortunately, she didn't.
Alright.
Were
Alright.
you doing something, Storm?
Yes. Acting like a
What?
cat and being distracting right next to her.
Okay, so nothing.
Oh, the anti-help action. I'm doing the hinder action.
She's making
the
sure
usual.
her presence is very well known. She's taking
the
the dodge
sorcerer
action on her
is-
turn.
Basically ignoring you. She's keeping her eye on the fight. She is watching Kovac like a hawk, however.
Okay.
And now that Mug has made his presence more known, she is now also keeping an eye on him. Again, not taking any actions to engage, but more if something was to happen or if they were to do something to interfere with the fight, then she would spring into
How
action.
tall is she?
She is 7 foot.
Okay, so about
She's still
Thalai's
a
height.
Goliath.
Shorter than Thalai.
Use
A
her
bit
leg
shorter
as a
for-
scratching post.
Oh, dude, you have no idea how tempted she is to just pee on her,
I
okay?
believe
Like a
Thalai-
cat.
Thalai is 7
Pee
foot.
on her.
7'10", yes.
Yeah. So
Oh,
she's a
way
little bit shorter
shorter.
than
Okay.
Thalai.
She's still like a foot taller than me. Over a foot taller
Yeah.
than me.
Yeah.
So,
Alright.
She's
My
just
turn.
taking the dodge action, but she's keeping
Yeah.
an
Alright,
absolute
Swing.
eye on the sorcerer.
swing, bada, swing. That would be a 19.
That will hit.
Yep, so D10, D6. 15 bludgeoning, first strike.
15 bludgeoning.
Good shot.
He will use his stone's endurance to reduce it.
Yep, not surprised.
Ash, can I just add in a little something? Just my air quotes turn.
Yeah.
I'm keeping an eye out for anyone on his status. If it looks at all like he's been healing from outside means, like other than his stone's endurance or that kind of thing, if anyone's casting, then I'm gonna proactively do something.
That's
But
fine.
outside of that,
He negates 14 points of the damage.
Ouch. Rude. And
that's
then...
used up.
Yep,
so
it
it's
is
up.
used up. That's true. I will strike again, but I do want to ask Ash, in
Mhm.
these challenges, was it acceptable or not acceptable to use things like heal potions?
It was generally seen as a weakness.
That's what I
and-
thought. Yep, nope. Just
No
wanted-
healing.
That's I just,
Natural abilities.
Yep, I just wanted to confirm that. I thought that was the case, but it doesn't hurt to check.
Yes.
Oh well, those 2 potions of greater healing I have, you'll just be sitting there gathering
And it's
dust.
probably really bad form to have your half-orc bard turn invisible, stand behind you, and cast Cure Wounds.
Yes.
Luckily,
Alright,
you won't see that happening.
You won't see anything actually.
Second strike. Or a second strike.
You know what? If you were to inform Storm that you were going to do that,
I
she
missed the
might be
second
able
time.
to.
I only get a 15.
He looks up at you and smirks, and I'll get you to make me a wisdom saving throw as he activates his stone rune as well.
Bastard, he shouldn't be able to use our shit against her.
Oh, does that mean they're both just going to be staring into each other's eyes?
Well, we'll see what happens now. Now this.
So, did he
what's the
make
DC,
his...
sorry?
He made his save before, so yeah. So you, so wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, what was the DC? Sorry.
16.
16. May I have a? Would the party be happy if I used a reroll, please?
You can.
What,
Yes,
is it a
do it.
1?
Yeah.
Is it a 1?
No, it's a 3.
Oh.
3 on the dice. Would people-
Otherwise, it would have been a Sam.
yeah.
You never know.
Would people be alright if I used the
Yeah.
one about?
Yes,
How many do we
please.
have? You can, but I'm sorry, how many do we have? Out of curiosity.
4, 3 now.
Okay,
you can.
sweet.
The bot's working
Is that,
again.
is that including the ones that were already taken off?
That
Yes.
did not roll.
Okay.
The
Actual roll.
bot
There
is
we go.
working again. You guys can use the bot.
Yeah.
Please use the bot. I fixed it. It was painstaking.
Damn it. That's only a 12, so
Okay, unfortunately, still a fail.
yeah. I have to get a 14 on the D20 to.
So I should have
Hey,
done...
at
a
least you
bardic
have a plus to
inspiration.
the save. He does not.
I should have done a bardic inspiration instead of trying to command the sorcerer.
Mm.
Also, for those watching the stream, if you have, is it 10,000 points, 5,000
Yeah,
points?
10,000.
10,000.
10,000.
10,000 points, you can donate them for the party to have a reroll, and we are going to need it. So
Oi.
what do you
Give it to me,
for the
like
No.
Ira did already.
No.
for shenanigans like this to continue? We need your help. You have the power in your hands.
Are you
Thalai.
doing your bit? Would you like to know
No
more?
more. Uncle Mug needs
So
you.
yeah, I now take the dreamy.
Yes, you are now the dreamy, incapacitated one.
There's a saying that I've heard many times. The dildo of consequence seldom arrives lubed. You're
With
about to
you-
have a very bad day.
With in your incapacitated state, he hefts his weapon up in two hands again and kind of lines up for the strike and goes for a more brutal attack.
Oh, he's doing that thing. At least he doesn't get advantage on the attack.
No, he does not get advantage.
Wait.
Aw.
Is he using Great Weapon Master?
He is using Great Weapon Master.
-5 to hit, but extra damage if he does hit.
Oh, you're 22 for AC, aren't you?
20.
Okay, he just hits you.
Wait, is your shield?
Yeah, that is with the
yeah,
shield.
that's with the
yeah.
shield.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he just hits you for the first attack, so it will be a +10 to the damage.
Oh God.
And I can't
Ooh.
use any reactions. So I can't
It is
boost it through.
a 23 damage bludgeoning. And he will make his
Not-
second strike.
Not like this.
That one does not hit, however, because it is a -5 to hit. Alright, and that is his turn.
Alright.
I would like to act because I am in the
Yes.
initiative order.
Yes.
I am going to, as my action, use counter charm because I've never fucking used it.
I've,
What is?
to be perfectly honest, never
Oh.
seen it actually used.
I think I said like once because
They,
yeah.
within you and any friendly creatures within 30 feet that can hear you gain advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed.
Which
So if
this
you
is
have to make
technically a
us-
charm.
Yes. So to give you advantage to snap out,
Yes.
and as my bonus action, I'm going to give Thalai a bardic inspiration as well.
Mark,
'Cause-
you are a bully.
No, what's the saying? What's my brand? Mug is awesome.
He right. He right.
Alright. End of my turn then.
Speaking of, I should finish the mug designs that I started.
I knew I should have.
You mean the mug or the mug?
All of them.
But mug first mug, right? Then other
Yes.
mug, big
Yes.
mug.
Well, thank you for the advantage. That is a dirty 20.
Yep, you break out of the stupor.
No, fuck you.
What's wrong, Fidget? I only moved the
Did you want to
carrot.
say anything or just
Just
kind
go.
of ready yourself?
Just ready up. Because I can't do anything about it, and if he hits me twice, I'm dead.
Alright.
Have you used your?
My
You've used your
first
second
endurance?
win, haven't you?
I've used my second win, I haven't used Stone's Endurance. The only problem is I'm only hitting him once a turn on average. He can hit me twice. Jeez, I
How's
haven't
he
hit
looking
him.
anyway?
He's looking pretty good.
Yeah, that's the problem. He's looking good, I'm not looking.
But he has used his own endurance already. And he's used his action surge.
Whereas I've used my action surge and my second wind.
He lines up again and comes charging in for another swing at you. Missing both attacks. Missing you by 2 for one of them.
Oh,
Great Weapon Master. He's going for the damage, but he's not landing the hits.
God bless that that animated shield. It is all like-
it is saving your ass right now.
Yeah, that animated shield was the best thing we ever found in that random little dungeon thing in that city of Antioch.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could... no, not my fight. Can't
Yep.
say shit.
Alright, my turn again unless anyone else wants.
Did he just act?
He did.
Mug's gonna keep on bringing on the hits. I am going to use Mantle of Inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
As a bonus action, I will grant 8 temporary hit points to 4 creatures.
Ooh.
Not technically a spell.
No. And not targeting at him, it's just like he loves my voice and feels stronger for it. Uh,
Because Smug is
In
awesome.
character, I'm a little bit mad, but I understand at the same time. This is about my personal pride. This is about something is deeply
Hey.
wrong here, and I have to write it in the only way
I've
I can.
helped you cheat in competition before, and by God, I'll do it again.
No, Thalai is learning that sometimes you have to, for the greater good, you have to accept a little bit of outside help over your pride.
To be fair, you're also not aware of this one happening.
Yeah.
You're
Alright,
just
so-
you're just hearing him call out, and you suddenly feel bolstered.
So 8 temporary hit points.
To everyone else except me and Samuel.
I might be too far away.
So,
No, because Mark
uh,
came close to
I think
the...
you just need to be able to hear him.
within 60 feet.
I'm outside of 60 feet
Yeah, so
range.
you-
I was,
No,
I was
but
60 foot
Mug-
away
no,
from
Mug-
the sorcerer.
Mug went up
Mark
to the
came within 6
sorcerer.
feet. Yeah, 6
Oh,
feet.
did you?
60 feet. Yeah, I had to get within 60 feet of her.
Gotcha.
So it's within 60 feet of everyone at the moment where he is.
So you all get 8
Temporary.
temporary hit points.
Thank you.
And I am running low on Bardic Inspiration.
That's
Oh,
okay.
wow.
I've still got my D8 you gave me, so...
Yeah.
Alright.
Also, any of you can immediately use your reaction to move up to your speed without provoking attacks of opportunity, if that matters.
Okay.
I mean, I could use that to go behind him, but I mean, it won't make any mechanical difference.
No.
Hmm.
It would be
Medical
funny if
difference.
you instantly just like move behind him and hit him in the back of the head.
Yeah, I am
Um,
going to use it just because I can to
Yep.
go behind him.
Mhm.
And then it comes my turn.
Yep.
That's bonus action. Are there any spells
You know-
I can cast?
As you like quickly dash around behind him, he's not ready for it. I'll let you have advantage on your first swing.
So wait, we could move as a reaction?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
For-
that's
My
cool.
Mug's ability or the Bard's ability to inspire people. I think it's designed to be like, oh, and we'll charge into combat and we all move in,
Hmm.
Mm.
get some
I
free
think, yeah.
movement.
Or it's like, hey, we've done great, but now it's time to bug out as we all bug out because it's no
Opportunity attacks. Yeah.
no opportunity attacks. Yeah. So yep, I am going to strike at him now with that advantage.
Oh,
Nat 20. Nat 20. I need that nat 20. No nat 20, but I will take a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will definitely hit.
Yep, I am also going to invoke my fire giant.
Ah, yes. I was wondering when that was coming in.
Yeah, I was hoping to get an advantage for it, but I realized like I can't wait for it now. So he needs to make a DC 16 strength saving throw, which he has advantage on. So
He does, but I rolled a 2 on the first roll. And I rolled a 1 on the second roll. So he fails his strength saving throw. However,
Oh, he got
will
a 1.
use-
Does he want to reroll?
He will use his Indomitable to re-roll. One
damn,
turn.
he's a level 10 fighter.
Yes, he is.
Yep,
and it's a
And
3.
he passes.
that's all right. I still get to do an additional 2d6 fire damage, so I will
Yeah.
take it. So that's
But
That's
no
fine.
restraints.
no restraint, which would and additional fire damage at the start of every turn is.
Yeah.
That's the fire damage. That's the giant smite, and that's me. All right. So he takes 4 fire damage
Mm-hmm.
and 13 bludgeoning damage on that first strike.
Not bad at all.
Yeah. All right, and then I will strike again a second time, which I'm assuming will not be advantage.
No, not for this one.
Oh, so close to a natural 20, but that's okay. That is a 27 to hit.
I think that hits. You know, just maybe.
Just maybe. And this is the one thing I hate. One of the times I hate that Giant's Might feature only gets you a single d6 every turn.
Some things don't scale well.
It's kind of bad, but I think you should have had the gauntlets.
Yeah, hindsight's a bitch.
Yeah.
Hindsight's a bitch, but what can you do? That's 14 bludgeoning damage.
Not bad at all.
And then do I have any actions I can take at this point in time? You know what? As a bonus action, I am going to invoke my Frost Rune. So for 10 minutes, I get a +2 bonus to all ability checks and saving throws that use Strength. Just in case. And it's a bonus action, so I may as well use it.
Alright.
And that's my turn.
Mark. Kovac, anyone else doing something?
I I am
Well-
staring daggers at this mage. My gosh.
It doesn't look like he's healed through other means at all, does
No,
he?
no.
Okay, that's fine. That's what I'm keeping.
He
an eye
doesn't
out
look
for.
like he's healed at all. He hasn't even used his
Action surge. I mean,
his
he's second wind.
second wind jet.
That's the.
That, it's more like other outside
Yeah, no
sources
outside help, no.
interfering.
They have great respect for the tradition of the fight.
Because otherwise, like, the temptation is also to go up to Thalai and just give him an extra pump of health. But nope, I know better. But I know I can run. Yeah. If it does look like he's gonna be dead, I'm gonna rush in and be like, nah, fuck you.
I feel
that'll
like that's
be-
what the whole party is going to do. Not just-
Yeah.
The
Alright.
temptation to pull out the Book of Misspells. I'm sure he wouldn't mind a furball.
And the Goliath warlord is taken out by furniture.
Mage on what?
The only downside is
Really an act of God.
I didn't note down what the spells were misspelled as, so
Oh,
You
Oh,
don't
no,
know
you
what they
didn't?
misspelled as.
we tested
Oh,
them
no.
all.
Oh,
we
you,
do.
you did get to test them all. You did.
oh no! What a shame. You didn't write it down. Oh, it's so embarrassing.
No, I
for me.
didn't. So Storm's just gonna roll the dice with this one. She's just gonna have to try
you
and
could-
remember.
Would you?
Oh, you could.
Would you
mess
like me to
with
give
him
you them?
So bad.
or-
No,
Get,
I think this is funnier.
Get
Okay.
Morion to speak with his dad. That'll go well.
But I remember Furball. I remember Furball. That one I do remember.
Alright, it is Morian's turn.
As a bit of flavor, Mug's going to start performing.
Oh,
So as the action, it's going to be counter charm in case there's any other fear or charming effects. But wants to
think turning
try
hands.
and getting at least the rest of the Xel'nari party to like join in if possible and stamp their feet and try and get some of the Goliaths as well to like stamp a rhythm to sort of get that driving drum beat sort of into the song and the performance.
Okay. All right. Rarian comes in for another 2 attacks on you. Oh, okay. Just shy of critical on both rolls. So both will land successful hits.
Yep.
The first one, he will invoke his fire rune on you.
Yep. So strength saving throw, which I get advantage as well, thankfully.
DC 16.
Yep.
And do you get the +2 as well?
Yeah, and I will get the +2 as well. 'Cause
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's a 16 on the dice, so
Yeah, so you easily make it.
that's a 26.
You easily make it. So he will be adding 2d6 to the roll.
Plus the D6. Oh no, he's level 10. He actually might have an increased damage die.
No, 2d6.
Oh, he's not using the giant's might damage die?
It doesn't add it to the fire rune.
Oh, not to the fire room, but it adds to the regular hammer.
Yeah, no, I'm already adding that in. So you take 6 points of fire damage and 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
So does this count as one source of damage?
That's one source of damage, yes.
Alright, I am invoking my Stone's Endurance.
Yep.
I need... That is... I reduce 8 of that, so I take 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Thank you for the temporary hit points.
And then you take a further 9 points of bludgeoning damage from the second attack.
Yep.
And that is his turn.
I definitely am beyond bloodied.
He is beyond bloodied.
I'm at 25. Just putting it out there. Okay. It's okay. It's alright. I die how I lived. On my feet.
Oh,
Alright.
really?
I will strike.
He also calls out to you. What's the matter? Not talking so much now.
I will, because I've definitely taken some blows, I will spit blood at his feet, possibly a tooth with it. Unlike you, Morian, I knew when to shut my mouth, so I didn't speak shit.
Ooh.
And I'm going to strike. And that is a 30. That is a 21 to hit.
That will hit.
That is 11 points of bludgeoning damage on that first strike.
Mhm.
And then my second attack. That is another 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Was it 10.
Do you still have? Oh no.
That is the 10. So that is 15 points of bludgeoning damage, that second strike. And I still have that Bardic Inspiration. I haven't used it yet.
Hmm.
Alright.
As Mug tries to get us all stirred up, Kovac's like, okay, I'm gonna pull out my horn and do my best to make this fight sound like a gym battle in the Hoenn region.
Dun, 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 dun,
There are many things happening, and I'm just like, what?
By the way, she's not proficient in like making notes from this thing. She just knows how to achieve volume for like I'm in danger. So it's not gonna be great.
Everyone hating on Storm's freaking bagpipes, however, actually skilled at bagpipes.
Yeah, because bagpipes are atrocious.
Nothing wrong with the bagpipes! Jeez, I love the bagpipes. What's wrong with y'all?
Okay, Mug
Storm.
has actually written a song.
Oh, okay. Just quickly, Storm, you're still focusing on the sorcerer?
Absolutely.
Okay. I just need to check one other thing.
And if she makes any moves...
Who is focusing on the sorcerer at the moment?
I am still, but I'm also playing.
Oh yeah, Ash.
So it's just while I'm staring at him.
Just for more thematic purposes, every time I do hit him, I am activating the Crusher ability just to move him 5
Yeah.
feet and following up with the strike, just
Yeah.
just for the thematic purposes to show that I am pushing him around.
Yeah, yeah. So who else was focusing on the sorcerer? Was it just you and Storm? Okay. Then I need to look at...
Because I don't trust that she will not cast more spells.
Sam, you notice something, not from the sorcerer. You notice it
Yeah.
on Thalai. A wound on his chest from where the warhammer had hit recently seems to stitch itself back together.
Oh, he's a mummy's boy.
I was gonna say, his mother! It's always
Um,
mother!
Well, we don't. It could be
No,
that. Or
I don't
there's
think it is.
something else that went into his chest. Remember? Could also be mummy's boy. I don't know.
You heal 12 points.
Do
Can I do as a thing? Can I just look around to see if I can notice who might have done that, or where that
Roll
might
me a
have come
perception
from?
check.
Because Sam's assuming that there are outside sources here. I mean, that's a number. Let's have a look. Perception, yeah?
Yes.
19.
You look around. You can see Thalai's mum looking concerned, but she is respecting the tradition of the combat and standing
Yeah.
back. He accepted. It's his own fault what happens here, so he will not interfere.
Gee.
So you cannot see
that's
who is
fine.
interfering with the fight.
I think I know who did.
Cool. We'll be
But,
keeping note of that.
Yep, I believe that is.
I'm done.
Yes, it is.
I wonder if Pip's secretly around.
Oh.
There could be so many things we don't.
It could be so
Thalai
many
just
things.
accidentally swallowed Pip.
I'm Pip's just like,
Okay,
"No,
but
my house!"
what if
I mean, I've never
he-
seen Thalai and Pip at the same place at the same time. I'm just saying.
What if he absorbed Pip's essence into him to revive or to stop him from dying?
No, because we met Pip after.
Yeah.
after
Yeah,
all
this is
that.
way. This is after. This is way after.
Did we?
Yeah.
It's on the island.
He's invoking his Frost Rune as well, just because why not? And he will make his 2 attacks against you again. Ooh. Both are going to miss.
Have you used your stone's endurance yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
I had to
He's
survive
used all
the,
of his things.
I've used pretty much everything I've got now. It's now just a slugfest.
So
I find it hilarious that we both had the same set of giant runes. Fire, frost, and...
oh no, that is perfectly
Oh,
ironic. It's beautiful.
He has one more
Oh, yeah,
that you're not familiar with.
I was gonna say he will have one more. Yeah, because he's
Um,
high level.
He has the Hill Rune.
Oh,
So
bastard.
he has resistance to bludgeon, piercing, and slashing damage for 1 minute.
If he wants to invoke it, yep.
Oh no, he invoked it at the start of the fight.
Ah, that would explain a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So,
sweet, better, sweet.
Before you do that,
Yep.
it won't matter a huge amount. One, I am doing another one of those 8 temporary hit points. So you'll get a buffer because you look like you need it. But also, the song that I'm getting the crowd to sing is "The Goliaths stand proud and tall, wrapped in honor they shall not fall. Traditions bound high and low, fighting strong to the final blow. Let leaders not sully your work, for Morium is acting the jerk." And then repeating cyclic.
I wonder if there are any other Goliaths actually taking it with it. That would be hilarious.
I think they would have joined in at first until they heard that line.
And they'd just be like,
I mean, you're
Alright,
not
anyway,
wrong though.
I'm swinging with my hammer.
Yeah.
It's annoying. That's a hold on. So, well,
Bardic Inspiration?
I am going to risk the Bardic Inspiration because I don't know what the minimum is. That's the problem. Hold on.
Hey, 16 has missed, and a
17
19
missed as well. You
has...
know, I'm not going to risk it because I don't think I'll. I have to roll an 8 to viably hit. I think so. I'm not
Yeah.
going to risk it. Second strike. No. I rolled a 3 on the die. Yeah.
Alright. He comes back in. He is going to use his second wind. This time around. Restoring 14 hit points. But that is him using up everything he's got as well, so it is now a slugfest.
It's just a battle of attrition.
Yes.
Yeah, but the problem is he's got more hit points.
Well,
And
depends
he's
whatever
just-
was going
and
on
it was
with
just
you.
Successfully added 2 more hits on you. First one is only 9 points of damage, bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
But the
that's your
second one
temporary hit
is
points, John.
16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yep, those temporary hit points definitely did do a lot of help.
But that
Okay,
is his turn.
I'm striking again.
And as you're exchanging blows, he goes, "Come on, show me what you've made of. You know, you fight for the Xel'nari, don't you? Or has that made you weak?"
If there's a time for me to get in that 20, now good there. Dice is
That's a sad face.
that was a 2.
Oh!
I guess it threw me off. But then the second strike now.
Come on,
Come
get a
on.
20.
Come on.
It's so close. I rolled a 19 on the die.
That's still a hit.
Ah,
It's a
that's good.
hit.
That's still good.
It's a hit.
Good.
Yeah, but it's not the crit.
And
we're
you
after.
haven't got the thing that turns 19s into a crit, right?
Alright, that's only a champion fighter.
That's fine. But that's still real good. A 19's real good.
Oh, look, I'm happy I hit. I just wish it was a crit because it would have thematically.
Oh yeah, I wish every roll that I got was a crit and not the DM. Thank you.
5, 10, 14 bludgeoning.
14 bludgeoning. All right.
So that's exactly what he got from his.
Yeah, I can't see that. His second win. Yep.
You're not allowed to top up. No.
Unless he's got he still has the heal giant resistance. In which case,
It has been more than a minute now, so it's
Oh,
definitely off.
in that case, then, because it's been more than a minute, I would have also used the bonus action to keep up my giant's mind because giant's mind's also.
Yeah, which is what he would have done as well.
Yep. So I've used 2 giants.
All right, going. He looks
We're
at
already
you with a
level
look of
9,
I'm gonna
aren't we?
finish this and goes in for another 2 powerful swings.
Yep. So
Worse.
I rolled a 7 on both dice, which is not going to be enough with the -5. So he misses both times.
Oh, I see what he was.
Yeah, he's going for great weapon.
Duh, he wants to flourish. He wants to show off. He's a dickhead.
You know what?
Um,
I'm going to use a DM reroll.
No! No!
Let them
No!
be used up. Let them be used up.
Oh god damn it! I got a 4.
Yes!
how many rerolls do we have? I'm
Hang
just
on,
curious.
let
We
me
have
adjust
3
it
now.
first.
We have 3 now. If
We
I
have
remember
3,
correctly
okay.
from what you were saying. How many does the DM have? Because the DM's got
Hang
a
on,
fair few.
I'm adjusting it.
Uh,
Hang on.
I think I've got.
He's got 5 now.
That's split between both of us.
Yeah.
Okay,
Alright,
now
that's
do
a lot.
reroll. You can now do the reroll.
First strike.
If you exclamation
Hey,
mark
Sam.
reroll.
Can I use your reroll, please?
Oh, I think I might allow it. Go on then.
Thank you.
You cheeky
for the
bugger.
ultimate dick move, just going no.
Because when you realise I'm on the demon side the entire time.
If you
So,
use
yeah, DM
exclamation mark
now.
reroll, it'll tell you the reroll stats.
That first attempt was a miss. I only rolled a 5 on the die. I'm not even going to the D8, but I'm going to have to use it soon because it's a minute or 10 minutes for operation.
10 minutes, I believe.
Okay, plenty of time. Second roll. That is a 24 to hit. So the second
That
strike.
will hit.
Come on, yes.
That is 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
I love that there is no posture check. Ha 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 ha.
Well, chat, you now know what you must do.
No, there is no posture check.
Oh no, that's right. There isn't one in this one.
Aha! This is why there's a posture check for my streams. Because otherwise I sit in my chair like a gremlin. Ugh.
All of the numbers.
So, now Ash, here's where you say, how do you want to do this?
No, it's
Not there yet.
No!
It's when he has to turn around.
Can't yield because it's to the death.
Now, first I'll ask if anyone is doing anything.
Oh, I want to
I'm-
do something.
I
Oh,
want to watch
there
out
we go.
for anyone else.
No!
The weird magic.
No! No!
What?
Okay, posture check.
You
And then
banana
there is
fuck!
Mr. Gold or Alice to do a
Ah,
posture check. Well, hold on.
I hate it here.
Ira.
I hate it
Ira,
here.
yeah.
I
Ira
hate
and
it here.
Agent. Get.
Alice posture check specific. Love to see it.
I hate it here.
I believe the
Someone
word
should-
for that is hubris.
Oh,
Someone should
Hey,
make one that
hey.
says, "I wish to see the baby,"
Chad.
and then we just produce cats.
Alright,
Anyone do anything?
Hey Andy. And rude.
My
You'll have to posture
my
check then, not just me.
trumpeting
did.
is
I already
getting very sloppy. It's just kind of like death stare the mage.
Grumble, 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 grumble.
I'm looking out for anyone
I-
else in the crowd who might be
I will
messing
say
with
though,
the
I'm
magic.
pretty sure
what-
that mage is the one who saved my life and gave me 12 hit points. Just putting it out there, folks.
What are we actually seeing in the fight?
Both of them are looking quite bad.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell which one is going to go down. Like each one is given as good as it gets.
can't do anything.
Not
We
without
shouldn't be doing
latency.
anything.
I already
Someone better
made.
have a diamond.
I do, but it's not big enough.
There's still people paying attention to us, aren't there?
Yes. Oh well, actually,
Don't. I can't
the
tell you
sorceress
things.
focused her attention onto. It looks like onto Kovic. The rest of the crowd are watching the fight. They're not really focusing on you.
How far is the nearest cover? Like,
There's tents all around you. Tents and structures all around you, like about 10, 15 feet away from you.
okay. I'm going to... this is dumb. Move away from the fight, around the corner, cast invisibility, and move into the center of the ring.
What? Concern.
I can't cast a second spell this round. Oh, actually no, if we cast any spell, you appear, don't you?
Yep.
Yes.
That's
No,
greater invisibility.
Yeah,
you
damn it. That's the next one I'm going to upgrade to.
Greater
now.
invisibility, yeah.
Yeah, it's greater invisibility you're after.
I'm still going to do that.
Yeah, I think I know why he's doing that. It's a very good way to save my ass if I go down.
Alright, 2 attacks coming in. Again, he is trying to finish the fight, so he is swinging blindly and hard. And that is not helping him. He is missing both attacks. That 22 AC
Blind
is
and
coming in
hard.
clutch.
No, 20, not 22, just 20.
No, it doesn't matter. It still wouldn't fit.
Yep, just reminding you, it's
Yep.
only 20. Alright, me. I'm gonna swing. Come on. That dice is now going into the sin bin.
There we go. Thank you.
Look at
There's
another
that,
2.
It was another 2. Yes. That is 3 dice that have rolled 2s for me.
Oh dear.
Admittedly, you have been rolling a lot of dice.
Second strike, come on. Alright, plus 8 equals 19.
That'll hit.
Okay, we know 19's a hit, so it's either
Mhm.
18 is his AC or 19 is the AC. Anyway, doesn't matter, because now I hit. I do damage. I do. 13 points of bludgeoning damage, Ash.
13 points of bludgeoning damage.
And that was my second strike. My turn is done.
Okay.
Oh! I can cheat sneaky style.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, he can do other things besides magic.
Alright. What? It's go for it. What are you doing?
Because I will say, Mug, you have noticed me whenever I've been hitting him, I've been shoving him back 5 feet, just so you know, and then
Yeah.
following up, just in case you want to abuse that.
I'm not
I'm
sure
assuming
which type.
foot. I'm assuming foot out.
No, because that would be like a trip attack.
Foot out, ass up. That's the way we like to.
Oi!
I
Um,
stopped.
When can Mug take an action?
Right now.
Right now. Okay. In desperation, Mug's gonna, still invisible, step forward and try to put a reassuring hand on Thalai's back and put a telepathic message into this into his mind saying, "We all believe in you. You are worthy of this. Continue. Don't let you falter." And subconsciously is going to do a lay on hands from the paladin ability, which he
Oh.
doesn't know that he can do.
And it's not a spell.
So in an act of desperation, he's going to like have this positive energy flow through his hands into Thalai.
Did forget you took paladin. Nice.
So it's only 5 HP, but that probably doubles your total.
No, but it does increase it by a factor of 5, by a fifth now. So I go from 20 to 25.
Still good. Still
Sam,
good.
Sam sees another little bit of healing and is like, "Who's doing this?"
All right.
Uh,
With that many hit points left, I'm going to do these attacks one at a time
Oh.
because it will matter.
Is he doing the -5 thing?
Yes, he's trying
all
to just
in.
put hurt on.
He's all in. Got it.
The first one hits.
Yep.
With a 24 to hit. 19 on the dice. Where's my dice? Ooh, I almost got you. 21 points of damage.
Oh!
what's the saying?
Bug is awesome.
Bug is awesome.
I missed by 1! Almost got my first play kill.
What do you mean the first? You mean the second one, Ash? You could have killed me a
Oh,
second.
that's true, that's true. That's,
And I wouldn't have
that's
died
one of-
yet because then I still get my turn and I might
Yeah.
roll a nat 20 and get back up on my feet.
That's true.
Oh no, if you go down, you're getting Dimension Doored out of there.
I really hope not. Anyway, can't go down then. Right, me. I'm swinging. Pull the cages. I am desperate.
Come on.
That is... Alright, time to be desperate with that D8 Bardic Inspiration.
It's the last one. I got no more to give.
I know, but I rolled a 4 on the dice. So I'm
Oh!
12. But if I roll a 7 or an 8, it could be a hit.
1 in 4 chance.
I know, it's... Oop, on the table. That is a 7 on the dice. So that is, that is a total of... So, 4 plus 7 is 11. Plus 8 is 19.
That is a hit.
Yes, I hit.
Hey! This
Oh.
better be the last one.
Oh, I don't think so.
You never know.
That is... Ooh, maximum damage. I'm happy to see that. 21 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh, nice hit.
And that is my
And it was a crit as well. Don't forget it was a crit.
No, it was not a crit. I wish. I wish jellyfish. But now my second strike.
Yes.
Come on.
That is a dirty 20.
Okay.
That is 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Normally, I would say, how do you want to do this? Except he has a death ward on him. So you see him drop down, and he goes down onto one knee. And you think he's finally going to give it in, but he struggles himself back up, and he screams out, "Rayla, enough of your interference!" and hurls his warhammer at the shaman.
Oh.
Wait, shaman? The one next to me?
Sorcerer.
The sorcerer.
Yeah.
The sorcerer?
Shaman for their clan, sorcerer.
It's a thrown weapon. Can I try and catch it?
It's not really targeted at you though, but that's also true.
I'd say let it hit the bitch, but that's.
No, because I'm
So-
pretty sure she's the reason I'm alive.
So she must be a divine soul sorcerer.
Which might not have been her healing him. That's the thing.
No, also could be cleric with a meta magic feat.
No,
You
she's
don't have a
specifically
clue.
sorcerer. No, she's
I
specifically a
definitely cannot stop this weapon. I will take the damage in her place. But I don't
I
think she
will-
deserves this.
Let you attempt to catch it. This is not going to go the way you expect. Is all I can tell you.
Cause he's 17 feet tall and his weapon grew with him.
And he said Grayla, right? That's not the mother. That's the different person.
Yeah, that's the sorcerer.
The one
He
next to
throws
me.
the sorcerer.
Just make sure they're not my brain was.
All right, I just gotta look up the ability. Hang on.
So catch it for gorilla.
Yeah, I just need to know the exact like what I need to roll. Ah, fucking balls. Here we go.
1d10 plus dex.
I will just get you to roll.
Yes, it's a 1d10. No, that's what I needed. I haven't used it in so long that I couldn't find it. I wasn't anticipating to have to use it either. God damn, Anne, I added the posture check. Everyone, we all gotta sit up in our seats.
Oh god damn.
I don't adhere to these rules. I'm doing it because I want to.
In that case, I'll add a command unposture check.
Get
Okay,
myself a step
I reduced the damage by 15.
as well. Okay. So, what he was doing was not a thrown weapon attack. First.
Okay. Doesn't matter, she's tried to catch magic before.
Yes. So I am going to say that you do catch this in air, and it kind of takes you with it, but you veer it off course slightly, so it does not hit Rayla. But as you kind of go hurtling through the air with it, it suddenly vanishes. And there is a moment of pause before there is an explosion point blank in your chest where you went to grab it. Just a sudden ball
Fireball?
of fire.
Sunforger.
It is the Sunforger, yes.
I remember this.
Oh.
From the Guildmaster's
So-
Guide to Ravnica.
So, I will get you to
the
make
magic
me
card.
a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage.
I
I
think
know
I
you
have
normally
advantage
have
on
advantage,
these, so...
But I will give you disadvantage because it is point blank. You literally dragged it onto yourself.
Yeah, I'm literally holding it. So it's not even just a
Um,
flat roll, it's just disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
Okay.
Truth be told, if
Okay.
she hadn't done that, you all would
Oh,
have
actually-
been in that.
I'll let you do it as a flat roll.
I'm just trying to see if I have to
And Kovac, I will give you
use,
advantage on the
key
roll.
points for it.
I'm in the radius?
You went up. No, you didn't go up next to it. Sorry, never mind. Sorry,
No.
it's just.
Are there
Rayla
other
needs to-
just people that need to make it as well?
Unless
Or
it's
around?
the-
There are going to be a
60-foot
bunch of
radius.
allies that are going to be caught in the blast.
It is a 20-foot sphere. It is literally just fireball happening.
I think this is just an innate ability. I don't think I have to use key.
Evasion.
Wait, so
Or did I not get... Ooh, I might not actually have gotten a high enough level to get evasion.
So-
That's what I'm just checking.
It's
I-
7.
I can't counter it, can I? Because it's
It's not a spell.
It's,
not a
it's
spell.
not a spell.
It
I
just duplicates the spell effect.
Don't think I have
Yeah.
evasion. I can't find it.
It's level
I think
7 monk.
Well, I,
I
am
think it's
level
9
7
levels-
monk.
You should
I-
have it. Yes.
Thought it
Look in
was...
your features.
Class
I mean-
features. Yeah.
I have a
Yeah.
lot going on in here, okay, guys? There's a
no,
lot.
just telling you where to look.
That's
you're
where
fine.
I'm looking. Okay, here it is. I found it. It's just like almost at the bottom of my list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't need to use key to
Evasion,
do
you-
this.
You just need to roll, and if you pass, you don't take half, you take none. Something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and half damage if I fail.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, reaction.
Dex saving throw?
Dexterity saving throw.
22.
You pass.
Is that a disadvantage?
A flat roll.
So
Because I
you
normally
get
get...
blasted into the snow and like kind of dragged along it from the force of the explosion as you were kind of in the air as it took you with it.
it.
Wait, I
Right.
don't get advantage, so I am disadvantaged.
That's a disadvantage.
Yep, I'm just...
The dumbest way to defend against that would just be to open up the bra of
Ooh,
holding and
okay,
absorb
nope.
the hammer in there.
I take that damage. I get half damage. 9.
Don't
I rolled a 9.
waste the time.
Oh, actually, I can
So
It's not a
expend
killer.
points to... Nah, I think it's more effective to take... well...
It's not gonna
Technically, I
kill you.
can...
You're taking half damage.
It's happening all very quickly, way more than we anticipated.
Technically,
You take
I
15
can
points of
use-
damage.
15? Okay.
So you're fine.
Yeah.
15
just-
points of fire damage as you just like kind of tumble through the snow, rolling backwards as you got hurled along with it. The weapon then disappears. And Morian is just going to turn to you, Thalai, and attempt to grapple you.
Well, I'm going to attempt to break off it.
Yep.
Was that
Struggle cuddle.
fire damage, by the way?
Yeah, that was fire damage.
Rude.
I think you will break this pretty easily. I rolled pretty poorly. Oh, he does have
So-
advantage against it, sorry.
All the storms
That's right, here we
here
have
have been
advantage
turned
too.
back by.
I rolled one worse.
Well, that is a 24.
Yes, you easily, like, push off his hands, and he stumbles back into the snow and falls backwards. He is on 1 hit point.
I know. And I'm just, as he stumbles back, I just follow up, and I'm going to swing the hammer at his leg.
Ooh,
Kneecap him.
crippling.
Yeah. I'm using both my attacks, because he will technically still be up as he goes down. And that is a dirty 20 to hit.
That will hit.
So I kneecap him.
Yep. So
with
that
that
puts
strike.
him into death saving throws.
And I will stand 1 foot over. I just look down at him and just go, I would have stayed quiet for you, my old friend. And just finish it.
Can I get you to make me a perception check? Please.
Whom?
Just Thalai.
Right.
13.
Can Mug make a perception check because he's like 5 or 10 foot back?
You are... yes, okay. I'll let you make it.
So I wasn't that far from Thalai, my passive, but I'm not going to actively.
My passive perception is 15, if that
Yeah.
makes a difference, Ash.
Natural 20 for a total of 22.
There's your natural 20. He stole
There
it.
is a moment on his face that looks like he says, I'm sorry, as your weapon comes down.
It's fine.
will make
We
it.
can bring him back, maybe.
I haven't got Revivify!
There's no diamonds!
There's no diamonds!
Yeah,
I
Ash,
said
that's,
maybe.
That's a 26.
Alright, so that is 2 force death saving throws. 2 force fails.
How far away am I from Thalai?
You're on the other side of the arena from him, so you're about 90 feet away from him.
Can I just do a yell of, does anyone have any diamonds?
Bitch gotta look pretty, yo.
No, it's the very much, I can bring him back now if you can give me some diamonds.
Rayla steps forward, the shaman, and
Yep.
says, he is lost. He will not be brought back. It is tradition.
New tradition? Fuck old tradition. No, other way around, sorry. It's new tradition. Sam was in panic.
He does
mode
not
a
seem to be
little bit.
breathing.
I will look like I don't want to do this, but I will finish it.
Finish him.
But we
This
need
this
him?
is their way.
How are you finishing him?
We
Um,
need to hit everyone, but who knows?
I think the cleanest, just give him a clean death. Just full force on his neck and break it, and basically just because he's barely breathing. If I shatter his spine, and it will just cut off.
I can fix him, Thalai. But this is your place. Oh well, too late.
Storm's
Fight comes to an
temptation
end.
to hold person you at this moment is very intense. You would not
Again, this is their
Yeah,
way,
so-
not ours.
for dramatic effect, she does run forward, and as if she's going to do it and just doesn't. She's like,
Mm.
I
Same
know.
with the cure wounds, but just
I
At
will
the same.
snap the neck with the.
And we will end the session there. 'Cause I think that's a very good time to end the session.
I will say though, after I do that, I droop to my knees next to him.
Yeah. I would have half run up with a cure wounds in my hand and been like, God damn it, and just slap it onto Thalai.
All right. Thank you everyone for joining us. We will not be playing the normal game next week as Thalai will not be here.
Sorry,
And,
I'm on a
kind
holiday
of
with
critical
life.
to the storyline. So we will come up with something, and we will be back on Sunday. But we will not be playing the normal game. But we will be back the week after. Otherwise, on Tuesday nights, we've been a little bit
Tuesday
absent with it,
nights!
on and off, but we will be back with it hopefully. We have our Stars Without Number campaign run by the lovely Zoe right at the bottom of the screen there.
Hello. It could all go very poorly very quickly, and I'm looking forward to seeing just how messed up everything can get. So, if you want to see a really tense standoff between an ancient alien ship plus a pile of misfits against a very powerful evil AI, we'll see how it goes. It could be fun.
Kid, I promise you there will be no Messides in the future. I promise. It will happen.
There are no gnomes in the mountains.
There are no gnomes. There are dwarves, but they're not gnomes.
There are no gnomes in Ba Sing Se.
But there are in Tanzanite.
No,
They
please,
were
no
in
more gnome
Tanzanite.
torture. I've been enjoying the lack of gnome torture.
It is always short-lived. We need to find someone
Yeah,
to
just like that,
raid!
yeah.
That we do. God fucking damn it.
Mr. King Dice is on again.
Let's see. Who is Stremen?
D&D Live presents.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Cast Exposition.
Oh yeah.
And the Duck Pond.
Let's.
Who has been going for
There's
this
some
sometime?
options.
The
there.
Duck Pond has only just started.
I was
They're
gonna
at
say
15
they
minutes.
just started their game, so let's give them a raid because
Yeah, everyone else has
yeah,
been going for
sure.
about half an hour or more.
So we give that duck pond a good bit of
It's
love.
been a while since we've raided the Duck Pond as well.
Yeah, it's been a while. Alrighty. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Thanks for coming along for the ride with us and cheese and whiskers. Alright.
Thanks for the trauma.
You're welcome.
Bye, folks.
Yep. I am. Oh god, I'm still processing. We'll catch y'all in the next stream, y'all. You have a good one.
Yeah.
Give the duck pond our love, and we'll see you next time. Toodaloo, folks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.